Welcome to the 2024 SYC Idaho, presented by Storm Bowling, brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18, and by Kegel, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy, by Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management, by T&D Transportation, and by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities, Ballard versus the Big C, and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Westie's Garden Lanes in Boise, it's the 2024 SYC Idaho. Welcome to the 2024 SYC Idaho, presented by Storm Bowling, brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18, and by Kegel, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy, by Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management, by T&D Transportation, and by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities, Ballard versus the Big C, and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Westie's Garden Lanes in Boise, it's the 2024 SYC Idaho. Welcome to the 2024 SYC Idaho, presented by Storm Bowling, brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18, and by Kegel, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy, by Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management, by T&D Transportation, and by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities, Ballard versus the Big C, and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Westie's Garden Lanes in Boise, it's the 2024 SYC Idaho. Welcome to the 2024 SYC Idaho, presented by Storm Bowling, brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18, and by Kegel, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy, by Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management, by T&D Transportation, and by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities, Ballard versus the Big C, and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Westie's Garden Lanes in Boise, it's the 2024 SYC Idaho. Welcome to the 2024 SYC Idaho, presented by Storm Bowling, brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18, and by Kegel, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy, by Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management, by T&D Transportation, and by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities, Ballard versus the Big C, and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Westie's Garden Lanes in Boise, it's the 2024 SYC Idaho. Welcome to the 2024 SYC Idaho, presented by Storm Bowling, brought to you by Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser of the Storm Youth Championships, by PBA Junior, the PBA Youth Club for bowlers under the age of 18, and by Kegel, built for bowling. By Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Footwear, Master Accessories, Ballard's Bowling Academy, by Pinwheel.us, Customer Relationship Management, by T&D Transportation, and by Quality Respite and Home Care. All scoring is provided by Bowlmetrics, official tournament management system of the Storm Youth Championships. This year, all SYC events and tournaments are aligned with charities, Ballard versus the Big C, and Make-A-Wish Utah. Now, from Westie's Garden Lanes in Boise, it's the 2024 SYC Idaho. Welcome.
All right, good morning, Storm Nation. My name is Blair Blumenscheid, and right here is the Cliff Barnes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
morning, Blair.
Good morning, Cliff.
What a beautiful morning here in Boise.
We were just bragging about Boise, Idaho. If you've never been to Boise, Idaho,
You're missing out.
you really are. I mean, it's just such a fun place to be. Lots of good food too.
Yeah, I think the locals don't want to tell everybody how awesome it is. It's like their little secret. So I totally get it. You don't want to
Yeah.
give away your little jewel out here.
No, yeah, they don't. I think someone just ran into my booth. What happened?
Okay.
All right, there you go. There we go.
All right, we're back.
Okay. It was like the booth came alive for a second.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the weather out here, amazing.
Yeah, it's finally fall.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, so we are here, Idaho. We're back at Westie's Garden Lanes. This is the second time we've come to Westie's, and we just announced the 2025 schedule, and they're back on the schedule next year. So we're coming back again.
Yeah, what a great place, too.
Yeah.
The breakfast food's amazing here. The bowling center is amazing.
Yeah, Josh and his team here, they work really hard. Josh is the GM. We're going to have him come and chat with us in the booth at some point when we can steal him away. But they just have a great team. They get bowling. They love tournaments. They love the kids. Josh was the one that reached out to us first, saying, like, how can I bring this to Idaho? Because we really need something like this here. And so we came the first time, and now we're back. But we're watching some great bowlers in front of us. We've got 11 and 12 is the main pair we are watching, but if you're watching for bowlers on 9 and 10 and 13 and 14, you'll be able to see them, and we'll mention those bowlers too as we're commenting. But on our main pair, we have Mr. Josh Weems, Kyle Gregory, Tyler Jones, Ethan Strebel, Silas Jenkins, and Brady McDonough.
Great pair.
Yeah, absolutely. And Silas, I was chatting with Kyle's dad, and Kyle or Mr. Gregory, that is a coach for the high school team locally, and Silas is on the team. And Silas has only been bowling a couple years. So when you see him bowl, like, his form is really good, and he's one of those kids that just really
picked it up natural.
He picked it up naturally, and he works really hard.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that's like, Mr. Gregory was telling me, like, he tears his fingers apart. He bowls so much. So
Yeah, that's a good combination.
yeah,
Work hard, got some talent.
for sure. Yeah, look at
And plus,
that.
when you're young, right? Like, you pick things up so much faster than you do when we're old.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the kids are trying to teach me stuff, and I'm like, cool.
Good luck.
Yeah. Oh, and you do see Miss Caitlin Abagania on lane 10. That was a junior Team USA member. What a stud. She's a studette.
Studette?
Studette, yeah.
I don't think females can be studs.
Yeah. So Ethan here, he is from Utah, and his sister, Sammy, she bowled at Mercyhurst for 4 years with Machuga, and now she's coaching. She's part of the inaugural men's team. And I asked her parents, Ethan's parents, both of their parents, right? They were sitting to the right. I'm like, is Sammy going to be watching Ethan bowl? Because, come on, Sammy.
Right.
And they said she is bowling the PWBA regional
Okay.
today, so she might not be watching, but she's cheering Ethan on for sure. So they've got a couple bowlers in the family for sure, and they're great bowlers too.
Yeah,
So.
really good.
Yeah.
A lot of talent out here.
No kidding.
It's exciting for the future of bowling, right? Like,
Yeah.
you get to meet these kids and their families, and you get to really know their story and how dedicated they are to it.
Yeah.
We're in good hands for the future, I think, with the youth.
I agree 100%. I'm gonna see who did their homework, see who filled out their bios. I do know that
Good shot by Silas there.
very good shot. I do know that Joss Weems and Brady actually they're stepping up. They both bowled in Sweden, as did Ernesto Reynoso, who you'll see over on lanes 13 and 14. Junior gold champion back to back, Ernesto. But they all went over and bowled in Martin Larsen's tournament in Sweden, the Lucky Larsen Masters.
Jesper won that this year, right?
He did.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that felt good for him to win.
Yes, and I think he did it in front of his new daughter.
That's
and
awesome.
Wife, and I'm sure he had some other family there, but so cool. Such a cool
that's unfortunate. That's got to be unfortunate, right? If you're from that part of the world and you travel over here to bowl a lot,
Yeah.
your family and your friends don't get to watch you when you do win, right? They don't get to watch the TV show in person.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty rare opportunity for Jesper to win in front of his family and friends.
No kidding.
It's got to be a little added pressure, I would think. So good for him for stepping up and taking home the title.
100%.
Jesper is he's a great guy too. So I'm happy for him.
He's such a cool guy. Him and Kyle, they are like bros now, and
the bromance.
The bromance. Yeah, I love it. Sammy did tune in. Hello, Sammy. You missed me bragging about you, but she said that if Bosa was running the show, she would have been here earlier.
I don't blame her. I would have been here earlier as well.
I did ask Blake, the bowling doodle, who is in the building, if he wanted to come and live stream with me for a game, and Terry said that he would just sit there. And I'm like, I'm game. I'll talk to a dog.
Be better company than you have right now.
No,
he was
that's
actually
not true.
he was the first choice.
Yeah.
So there was actually 2 dogs. It's
Oh,
Blake
yeah.
and
Adam. They're in
Adam.
the building. Yeah.
So I was the 3rd choice for game 1.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're doing a meet and greet from 1 to 2 for anyone that's in the Boise area that wants to take a picture with
They
2
are so
awesome dogs.
nice. They are the nicest dogs.
I love them.
Doodles are great dogs.
They they get such a bad reputation because people get on the pitchforks are coming. I feel them, but people get on this high horse of breeding, and it's like, guys, they're still dogs. Like, I'm sorry that there are people out there breeding dogs, and I can't solve that problem, but they're good dogs.
They are good dogs.
And as long as you don't get on the high horse of I understand my dog is a mutt. I get it. I'm not trying, but he's a good mutt.
Mutts are the best.
I know.
While we're on this high horse of dogs, I'm gonna jump on and get the pitchforks ready.
Yeah.
We always have pit bulls at the house, and we always adopt because they get such a bad rap as well. And it's not fair. It's not fair to that breed of dog.
No,
they're
not.
strong, and I know what they're bred for in the wrong hands.
Yes.
But they are such great, lovable family dogs.
Yeah.
And if they're treated the right way, they are phenomenal dogs. They used to be called nanny dogs in the 1800s. They were literally they were there to watch the newborns and the kids because they're family dogs. So
I had no idea, but
yeah,
I like people get off. I get it, but there's a lot of dogs out there that need homes. We were talking about. We're like, let's do a shelter.
We do.
Partner
We do
with
need
a
to do it.
shelter on Fridays. I really like that idea, but we have to find the right place, and then parents just beware. You might be taking home a dog from the SYC, which actually has happened.
We
before.
could do that.
We totally could.
Maybe we could work out a deal with the SPCA or the local.
Right. Raise some money.
We could like the first 5 or 6 dogs. Cool. It could pay the adoption fees.
And then we'll
really
cover
put the heat
too.
on. Really
Yeah,
put the heat
let's
on
go.
these people if they find a dog and it matches their family.
I love it. So many dogs that need homes. All right, we're
Cats
back to
too.
Silas.
Cats
That's
too.
true.
Can't forget the cats.
We cannot forget the cats.
Shout out to the cats.
Yep. Absolutely.
So many animals that need homes.
Well, in Utah, every once in a while, bunnies will show up in the shelters too, like because they breed a lot too, and then
I've heard
families,
that.
yeah,
I've heard that.
yeah, families end up with a bunch of rabbits. So, yeah.
We have a bearded dragon that we rehomed, that we
Oh my
adopted.
gosh, that's
And I
fun.
never thought I'd want a lizard, right,
Yeah.
a reptile. But
Right.
now I'm like, I don't know what I'd do without him. He's such a great addition to the family.
Absolutely. I, I think everyone deserves a dog. It's a lot of work, though. I will tell you. Like, I get it. And these families travel all the time, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they do it. But
There you go. Nice shot by Ty.
Ty has a really high backswing.
He does. He
It's
does
cool,
have a
though.
really high backswing.
It's not like overly high. It's like the old school game.
It is old school.
Yeah, I love it.
I tried talking him out of it when he was a little younger because he was throwing two-handed, and I have a big backswing, and
Yeah.
Gerald's got a high backswing, and he watches, like Tommy and some of the old school guys now
Yeah.
with the backswing, and he's like, "Oh, I want to throw it like this, Dad. It looks cool." All right. Everybody's throwing two-hand. I think you're missing the boat, but I'm not going to be that guy.
Right. Let him do what he wants. Yeah.
Like I like I'm learning to bowl two-handed. Like I want to throw the ball
Like Brady here.
like Brady. I want to throw the ball like Brady and Joss. Like these guys are so good with it.
Yeah.
They're so versatile with it.
100%.
And now they're playing both sides of the lane with it.
Yeah.
So you're really opening up, all your angles, what you can do with it.
Yeah. So the bowlers today are bowling on a short pattern. I left the lane patterns in the tournament office, so I can pull it up online. Let me. I think it's a little longer short pattern.
Like 37, 38.
I think it's 38. Don't quote me, but let's see here. View short pattern. 36. I lied. 36, and we got 25 mils.
Terrible break there with Joss.
Joss is getting some rough ones this morning. You know who's not? Is Silas here. And I probably just jinxed him. So I apologize in advance. Hopefully we can overcome the cloud.
You definitely jinxed them.
I did. Yes. Yes, I did.
But he got the 9 out,
yes.
so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Throws it really good.
He really does. Oh,
Nice shot, Joss.
Joss. So Joss and Brady are missing their third, Mateo. They always hang out together at SYCs. They're like best friends and met each other through the SYC. But the reason you see them bowling together is because Joss and Brady and Mateo, they like the parents share custody of the kids throughout the weekend. So like they're driving them around, and
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's what everyone always says, right? Like your friends probably growing up where you met through bowling. And now when they come to SYCs, that's where they see their friends too. So.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Lifelong friendships you make in the bowling alley when you're young.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great shot by Kyle Gregory. That strike, he's trying to find something here, and I think you might have just gotten lined up. But it is tough too. Saturday morning.
It's early.
9 a.m.
Probably traveled yesterday.
Yeah.
Getting in.
Short pattern, like everything comes together to make it a little tricky in the morning.
The short pattern can be so easy if you're in the right part of the lane with the right ball, but it can be so impossible if you're not.
Yeah.
Like it can make you look like you're a genius or you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're only about 6 boards away from either one.
Yeah. Now, Ty struggled playing up the boards at the last tournament, and I'm watching him right now. Did he go home and practice playing the gutter?
Yeah, we worked on it.
Yeah.
Danielle, she was at the last stop in Rochester, and that first day they were on the short, and Danielle being Danielle, everybody's gone and the bowling alley's closed, and she's down there practicing, working on her game, and we went down there, and Danielle's an attractive lady, and Tyler's 18, so
I get it.
I take every opportunity I can to embarrass him around the ladies, being his dad.
Yeah.
So I went down there and I was like, Danielle, can you show my friend here what your idea of playing the gutter is? She's like, yeah. And she went out there and just labeled one, like right up one. And I was like, all right, thank you. She's like, that's it. And I'm like, yeah, that's all I needed. And, Ty was blushing because he thinks Danielle's amazing.
Yeah.
So we went back, and he worked on it really hard for the last month.
Yeah.
It's hard, though. Like, a lot of the kids never play that far.
Yeah.
The gutter, to a lot of kids and people, adults,
For
it's
sure.
10. Like, second arrow is the gutter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
I remember when I was a kid that I had someone teach me. Robert Smith
yeah.
came and was coaching, and he had us. He's like, all right, let me see what you think playing the gutter is. And we all were like 8, 10.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Left of 5,
there.
I'm sure.
Right? Like, and he's like, no, 1. He's like, I want to see you throw it in the gutter. And that's the key, right? Like, once you get out of being afraid of, because if you throw it in the gutter, oh well. Hopefully it's not on spare.
That's fine. The ball comes right back. You don't even have to chase it down.
No. And then you can go and try again and hopefully strike. So.
And the risk reward, like if that part of the lane is where you need to play,
yeah,
get out there and label. If you throw it in the gutter, so be it. You're going to lose 15, 20 sticks, whatever.
Right.
But you're over 5 games playing the wrong part of the lane. You're going to go 150, 200 under.
Absolutely.
So just get out there and overcome the fear.
Yeah. Silas has found some hold out there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he got that one in a little bit, it looked like. And
Yeah, he's got that nice soft hand at the bottom, right? So
yeah.
he can create that little bit of tug with that nice soft hand at the bottom.
It's nice.
It is cool. Like, I really enjoy the 3 different pattern lengths with the SYC because it makes these kids, like, they got to practice.
Yeah.
You
right.
know? You gotta learn versatility, and you got to think. Balls, lane play, surface.
And you might not be great at every pattern, and that's okay. Like, you're rewarded for consistency on the 3 patterns, right? So you can still have a pattern that's not the strongest pattern in your game, and as long as you work on it and try to make it a little better,
right,
you'll still be good overall. So
unlike, like a 10 or a 15 game tournament on one pattern, and then you're just like, great, I'm gonna go 400
time.
under.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat my face against the wall for 15 today.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish more tournaments did the multiple patterns like this. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really good. Like
nice
now, well, actually, there's never a bad time to bowl in SYC. But as far as like, okay, so you're at the beginning of a season, right? If you're bowling in SYC right now, you can really see, okay, where am I, right?
Yeah.
And looking
good
ahead,
stick.
to like next summer, like a lot of these kids bowl junior gold, right? So if you can say, here I am right now, but here's where I want to be by next summer. You have a whole season to work on.
Yeah, you know exactly where you stand.
Exactly.
If you're honest with yourself.
True.
You got to be honest with yourself.
Oh, that's hard too.
It is tough.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of hats walking around this building that are pretty cool, that can be found at the Coolwick area.
Yeah, much cooler than the hat I have on.
Yeah, I don't know why you're so repping that team this week.
I have to. It's all I know.
I think you lost your QB again.
Hopefully we didn't lose him for good.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot online about how he should just retire, but I feel bad.
He's on my bench on one of my fantasy teams, so
Is he?
I feel for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't going well before he got hurt, and then after he got hurt.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lifelong Dolphins fan. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm just happy they're competitive.
It's funny.
But, hopefully Tua's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
You hate to see anybody, talking about the kids out here that work so hard. Same for football. Like
100%.
those kids work so hard to get where they're at. And Tua is still, a pretty young man. You just hate to see somebody that's dedicated so much time and effort to something not be able to play because of an injury.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's okay. But yeah, the hats, we do have some really cool Storm hats up at the table.
You have just cool gear down there. I mean, it's like you were thinking ahead when you named your brand Coolwick. Like, hey.
We got lucky. Where did
that name come from?
Just brainstorming with the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, brainstorming with our team, and just throwing ideas out there. We wanted something that is cool, sounds cool, but you like to be cool when you're bowling, and wicking material. So luckily the domain was available, and it all just kind of worked out.
It's funny.
It is fun.
We got Trevor's little sister trying to make appearances on the live stream. I don't even know where Trevor's bowling at. Trevor Mason, another SYC champ.
She's awesome.
She's
so
so
funny.
I know. If you ever meet the Mason family and you see Trevor and then the little sister, she is like a cartoon character of a little sister. Like literally. And I mean that in all the great ways. Like she's so much energy, so much fun. I'm sure the family is like, yeah, she's like this all the time, right?
Yeah.
But for us, we get to just spend a weekend with her, and I'm like, this is great. Yeah.
I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's got a ton of energy, doing cartwheels all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. SYC families, when you come to an SYC, we love all of your family. We love the kids that are bowling and the siblings, and yeah, that's what makes the SYC great. We get to know everybody.
It's a good environment.
Yeah.
Everybody's themselves.
Exactly.
It's like judgment-free zone. Everybody's super stoked just to be here and be themselves,
Ethan, I think, is struggling a little bit with his angle. He has like a great game, but on this short pattern, he just can't get kind of what we were talking about with Ty, right?
Yeah.
He can't get that straight through the front angle going.
It's tough.
This morning.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Like Ty's struggling with that now too. Like he's got to get it a little further right, a little closer to that gutter, and tighten his angle up a touch. It's tough though.
It is really tough.
And you see, like the kids that are out here that are pretty good at it, they're going to get rewarded.
Yeah, like that was way better. Oh yeah, glad he got that spare. It was straighter. He could even maybe slow it down a touch and still be okay, I think.
Yeah. Alex over there had a nice run going.
Did he?
Yeah, a strike, 9 miss, then he had a 5-bagger, then a split.
I bet Hillary is watching. Hello, Hillary. That's the other thing. We get to meet the parents, and then when they trade off, because it's expensive to travel a whole family.
Yeah.
So sometimes we see a dad. We see like Brady's mom's here this weekend, so we don't get to see her all the time.
Right.
So shout out to Brian, who's probably watching at home. Hello, Brian.
Yeah, we got Jay this week.
Yeah.
So, and Jay's great. We love Jay.
Yeah. Oh, see, Sammy and I are on the same wavelength. She said that's what she just texted her parents about Ethan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sammy.
Yeah, they have a lot of events here at Westies.
Oh, yeah. Regional
I
next
can see
weekend.
why. Yeah.
It's a beautiful bowling center. It really is. And they work on it. Like, they keep it clean. They take everything.
The pro shop here is really nice.
Wings.
Really spacious. Really nice setup. Like, I really like the slot wall, and they have like crown molding, and the slot wall is a nice color. And everything's organized. There was a nice little hangout while you're waiting, and there was memorabilia you could look at.
So I'll give a huge shout out to Wayne and Terry Simpson, who own the pro shop now, but the remodel that happened probably 5 or 6 years ago, Scott Archibald, who SYC champion Brianna Archibald, and Scott actually was part of that big remodel.
Oh, wow.
And built like the Okay. I don't know what happened, guys. I think we're back, maybe.
Is this the same computer you've been having issues with?
No, well, no. Yes and no. Yes. I think I need to clean off my drive for anyone at home. I do think I need to clean everything out, but it's that time of year when we've done some live streams and stuff. But
tell Gary to open up that checkbook and get you a new computer.
the computer's great. It's the user. The user fills up the
user error.
Oh, yeah. All right, I think we're back. I think we're live again. Let's see if we're live.
If not, we're just going to be here talking.
Well, I am
nobody,
slightly concerned because I keep feeling people like hit the banner, so people are definitely walking behind us. But I thought I taped the cord down pretty well, so I'm wondering if someone just tapped the Ethernet cord.
Oh, Blair.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot by Ernesto. Shoot, he had a run going too.
Got his Lucky Larson shirt on. That'd be cool.
Must be lucky. It's a cool jersey too.
Yeah, it is cool. Martin's cool.
Yeah, he honestly, if you Martin Larson is like he should have won on the PBA tour. He just had some unlucky things happen to him, which is why
maybe he still could.
He's totally still could. I'm not saying he couldn't, absolutely, but people that don't know him, like he is famous in Europe. Like he is
one of the most dominant bowlers ever in Europe.
Yeah.
Amazing bowler too.
Yeah.
And he competes like when he's over here. It's not like he's not in contention.
No, he's not. Yeah.
He's just not had the breaks fall his way.
Yeah. And he was right in the beginning of the Belmo dominance.
Yeah, that
when
doesn't help
Belmo
either.
just was like winning everything.
Yeah. But one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Oh yeah, him and Andres Gomez, those two guys, like so nice. Little Andrew Foster sighting. He's from Utah too. First SYC.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's got the right idea.
Yep.
He's from Utah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it good?
Yes, agreed. Utah just got a little youth tour started up.
Yeah.
Locally, a little northern Utah youth tour. It's the first time they've had one, and I think it's going to make a huge difference in youth bowling in Utah.
Yeah.
Just having the opportunity to bowl on some sport shot patterns and
100%.
tournaments, because there are some great bowlers there and some great kids that have gone on to bowl college, but I think there'll be more now that they know, hey, this exists.
So competition breeds competition, right? So
exactly. And we were talking about football earlier. Like, football is a huge sport in Utah, but not every kid wants to play a contact sport.
Right. Not everybody can play a contact sport.
Exactly.
Like, if you look at a lot of the hotbeds around the country for bowling, they've all had some kind of great youth tour.
Yes.
And I remember growing up in Florida, we had great youth tours.
Yeah.
You know, Miss Lowshutter,
yeah.
Chris's mom,
yeah.
she ran a phenomenal tour. And everybody, you know, like Stephanie Nation, Chris Lowshutter,
Yep.
Matt Gilman. There was a lot of great youth bowlers, Sean Ryan. And I'm missing a ton of other great bowlers that came out of there.
100%.
You guys had a great youth tour.
JTBAs.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was historic. And then even if you go up to Michigan, MJMAs.
Yep.
There were a couple tours when I was growing up. Some don't exist anymore, but JTBA definitely is the one that's lasted the longest. I mean, and like when I moved to Utah, Hank Boomersheim bowled the JTBAs. Like everyone that ever lived near Ohio came and bowled those. So, but they're all over. There's a lot of tours. They got one started in Wyoming, so a lot of these kids will bowl that tour. There's a Montana tour, Washington tour, JBTs. Brianna was talking about JBTs in her seminar, and she was part of the second season of JBTs, and she asked the families, like, oh, what season are they in now? And it's like 28th or 29th or something. She's like, yeah, I'm 29 years old, everyone.
Yeah. Nice try, Bree.
Yeah. It was really funny.
Bree's awesome.
Oh, yeah, she is.
She works really hard.
Yeah, she does.
She works really hard at her game.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan's a big fan. My buddy Sean loves Bree.
I'm a big fan of Sean Ryan, but he says that I go over my word count for the day with him.
Yeah.
Which
you're
is
only
about
allowed,
2.
You're only allowed a few words with Sean a day.
Yeah, I hit it instantly. He's like, all right, you're already over.
Yeah, if you hit your word quota for the day before breakfast,
yeah,
it's not good. There you go.
Shot
nice
by
shot.
Silas.
Great shot by Silas. Where'd you say Silas is from?
Here, local-ish, Idaho for sure, but let's see.
Is there a pretty good local field in the tournament this weekend?
Yes, there definitely a lot of people drove this weekend, and a lot of people. Yeah, so he's from Meridian, because him and Kyle bowl in high school together, and Kyle is from Meridian, Idaho.
Okay.
Which is very close to Boise. Ah, Kyle, when he's up, man, he made it to the cut. He made the cut to Sunday the last 2 years at the Tat in Las Vegas.
Oh wow!
Because Jamie now allows the kids to bowl in that, and he gives scholarship money. So, oh, Samantha, the stream cut out, I was shouting out to you and Scott because Cliff was commenting on how cool the pro shop is here, and I'm like, all the credit to Terry and Wayne. Now their pro shop's amazing, but Scott was a huge part of that remodel.
You guys. Shout out. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Ethan needs to take a step right. Just take a step right, Ethan. You got this. I believe in you. I also think that Kyle is just, like you said earlier, like you can be great on the short pattern or you can be really lost and you're really
you've never
close.
bowled in your life before.
Yeah. And Kyle is
you're one
so
zone away.
Close. He's just, and then of course the short pattern is the one that punishes you the most.
Yeah.
Like just what? Oh yeah, nice
shot.
shot by Ethan. Like what just happened to Ethan, right? So he's maybe a little left of where he should be, but of course it's going to give you a washout.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to give you something impossible to pick up. It's not going to be nice. Like Joss, he got it a little right.
That's all it takes, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Off his hand, and just a little too much angle through the front. And with it being so short, it's going to burn up and roll forward once it sees it. And then you're left with this.
Yeah.
So you can make such good shots and be brutally, like, yeah. The punishment's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just not nice. It's mean. It's a mean pattern.
It's cruel. It's almost cruel.
Yeah.
An unusual punishment.
It is. Now, if you're me, that's how I feel about long patterns. I prefer short patterns.
Yeah, you don't like the long?
No, long patterns. I feel like how you're describing on a long pattern. Like I'm always really close, but I'm never in the right spot.
Yeah.
Ever. Never.
So your rev rate's a little lower?
Yes. Yeah. And higher speed a little bit, so it's not good. And so when I was a kid, that's what I always was working on.
Nice shot, Silas.
That was fantastic.
Like I'm the opposite. Like I love the long.
Right.
Well, but I'm like Tyler. My game and Tyler's are really similar. So
yeah,
I like getting in and playing tighter angles inside. You can't do that on the short.
No. Like Kyle moved left, which I think Kyle should move right. That's just me.
Yeah, I agree.
I think kids get tricked too. Sometimes you see your ball hooking, and so you're like, "Oh, I should move left."
Oh yeah, that's
right.
Normal what you're taught, right?
Right.
If your ball's hooking, move left.
Yeah.
But
let's go, Silas. I'm digging it. Mr. Gregory called it too. He was telling me about some of the kids, and he's like, Silas is a bowler that can get going, right? Like he's because he's new to the game. He doesn't always know, like he doesn't have a lot of equipment yet. So and
which
he doesn't
can be
always
a benefit sometimes.
100%.
Less options.
Exactly, and doesn't always know the transitional moves yet because that's the hard part. That's what you have to learn, right? Only experience will teach you that. But when he finds his area and he's on, and that's what we've seen.
All right, good game.
Really good game. 200 on the nose. I don't know if he knows how good that is. Silas, that's really good. We'll tell you. We'll tell you.
Yeah, when you look up and you see 116s and stuff, it's tough.
Yeah. I mean, Silas is high on the... Well, Brady and Silas will be high on this pair. Brady got his yearly haircut.
Yeah, did he?
I mean, he used to on the Morning Bolt. He does the Brady science tips on Fridays, and every once in a while, his hair will all of a sudden be really short, and so he'll make a comment that, yeah, guys, I got my yearly haircut. Yeah.
He's got great hair, though.
He has such great hair. Him and Ernesto are in a race for who has the best hair.
You guys need to give an award for the best hair. You got some really good hair out here on these kids.
Agreed. And the girls always have like the intricate braids going on. I don't think Brady thought he got that. I think he was.
I was questioning it at the end there. It was moving. How old's Brady now?
Shoot, 16 maybe?
Yeah.
I don't want to say 17. He can't possibly be 17. I think he's 16. I'll have to ask his mom.
He's definitely got his ball speed up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was questioning. Like, he's getting older.
He is.
Getting stronger.
All right. Well, Cliff, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm sure we'll see you again, or maybe maybe I'll pull in G this time.
Yeah, pull G in.
G. Nick, we have to get Nick in here too.
Oh, that's rough. Nick's like my wife. They don't like to talk much.
Yeah, he's always kind of pushing Gerald in, like Gerald to go, Gerald. Which, by the way, how fun was the Friday social, right? Gerald and you and Brandy and Bree were playing Giant Yahtzee.
Yeah, what a great game that was.
Yeah, and then Nick apparently was out playing kickball.
Yeah, Nick was out there acting like he was 14.
Sliding the bases.
Yeah, he was out there.
Yeah.
So yesterday, the social, we had all these games. We had these giant Yahtzee dice. So we were throwing Yahtzee all over the concrete, and we were playing that. And they had a great kickball game. They had 20 kids. There was adults and parents too, I saw out there. So between like that and the dice, and they were playing cornhole and throwing the frisbee around.
Yeah.
We were out
volleyball. There was a volleyball
game going on.
Yeah.
It was like 3 hours of just, like when we were kids outside playing before the street lights came on.
There were no phones out.
I did not see one person yesterday on their cell phone.
I didn't either.
Between the hours of 5 and 8.
And the parents were so happy.
Yeah, it was great.
We're just going to sit here and enjoy and let the kids do their thing. So
it was really, really cool.
I love it. All right, Cliff. Well, you've got to go follow Ty to the next pair and see how it goes. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for all you guys do for the SYC. We love having you part of it.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, all right. We will be right back if you're watching, and we'll have some young ladies to watch. We'll see you soon. All right, good morning. If you are just joining us, we have some young ladies here joining us this game. And PWBA champion Brianna Cote is joining us in the booth. Welcome, Bree.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I will, full disclosure, I did just tell Leanne that I would take either Bree or Blake in the booth.
Oh,
So
you got me.
I know
you were really looking forward to Blake. You should have got Bree with Blake.
I know, right? Yeah.
Like,
Well,
here I come.
I told Terry earlier, I'm like, can he come and sit next to me in the live stream? She's like, he would sit in that chair.
I know.
And I'm like, all right, let's do it.
I know. I was just watching Ellie Kate, and she's like, "Did you see the dogs?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "They're here."
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I will probably going straight there after I'm done.
Well, Blake made his appearance known when he entered the building.
Did he
today.
bark?
He did, and so I was like, "Oh, Blake's here," and he was right by me, and so I got some hellos this morning.
And like nothing against Blake, but I'm an Adam fan.
Oh, see, I was always a Blake fan.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, that's why you have two dogs, right? Like, I have
Exactly.
two dogs because, like, one is mine and one is my husband's.
There you
So,
go. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I love them both, but one is definitely more mine than his.
it works. I get it. I get it. Yeah. All right, so we are watching some young ladies bowl on the short pattern.
Yes, I see the short pattern is in full effect. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
goodness, we got 1-200 out of the last group.
Yeah, I walked in. I got here about like midway through this game, and I was looking at just scores throughout, watching people's balls go down the lane.
Yeah.
Seeing some not so positive body language by people.
Yeah.
And I mean, short can be hard. I mean, it's my nemesis. It just depends. Like, is it asking for? Do you have to play the gutter? Do you have to throw it to the gutter with steep angles? Is the carry there? There's so many things. Is it flatter? I mean, short can be your best friend, but also can be your worst enemy at the same time. So.
Tamia looks like she's figured it out, though. Tamia just was the one that pulled that beautiful strike.
I watched her last game. I think she shot 230 in the first game.
Okay.
She shot 230 the first game, and she's been playing further to the right, to the gutter. So I think she has a pretty good handle on what she's doing. Her ball roll seems to really just be, like, matching up to this. Like, she's a straighter player naturally. But she's staying in the right part of the lane, and she's making good shots, and the ball's going through the pins beautifully. So
I like it.
Yeah.
The other bowlers that we're watching on this pair, we have Miss Amanda Blickfelt, Rebecca Culp, Arden Hanway, Kaya Dunbar, Madeline Rowe, and that's this pair. And then you can see to the right and the left, but our main pair is 11 and 12.
perfect.
And Logan, I did try to turn the microphones up, so let me know if it's better. So, anyway, I love the commentary. So, I'm surprised. The short pattern is your nemesis?
Yes.
Really?
And it didn't used to be, but like bowling, your bowling evolves like depending on your environment. And so I wouldn't say like I blame the tour for that, but I would say because of the PWBA tour, my bowling has evolved into certain things. So I've had to learn to like hook the ball more or just be a little bit more versatile, open up my angles a little bit more. Like when I first came on tour, I threw it a little bit more hard, a little straighter. And then as things kind of evolved, I started to be able to hook the ball more, open up the lane a little bit more, be more versatile that way. And so I kind of lost like playing the super straight angles.
Yeah.
And so I usually always attack the short a little bit differently because I don't use urethane.
Yep.
I have a hard time seeing urethane. So my attack with the short pattern is steep angles. So I use angle to create hold. And and especially when they're fresh. When they're fresh, that's when the backhands are super, super crisp, and they're just because there's no oil down there yet.
Yeah.
So my first game is usually like we're kind of going to grind this out for like 190, and once we get some oil down there, then I can get a little bit more comfy. I'll have some more hold. It won't have to be as steep. Maybe get some better carry because I'm not so steep. I just kind of weather the storm on the fresh until the lanes kind of settle in. And I think that's kind of what you're going to see here with the ladies as well as the guys. Is the first game they're kind of just going to weather the storm, but once some oil gets pushed down there, I think the scores are going to creep up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think patience is hard too. Like the bowler that bowled 200 on this first pair, he almost looked disappointed that he shot 200, and we were like, he needs to look up at the scores and realize how good 200 was, right? Because he had some opens, he had a split, but he still got to 200 because he strung together some strikes, and so
that's unfortunately that's a hard thing to learn, especially with the young ones out here. But yeah, definitely patience is key. I think in bowling in general, whether you're bowling the SYCs or whether you're bowling professionally, you really need to be patient with the lanes, patient with yourself. If you're filling frames and you're making good shots, and you look around and you're the only 200 within like, a 5-pair view, I think you're doing something right.
100%.
Like, yeah, we always want more because we're bowlers. We're greedy.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe that game wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
So just kind of roll with it, and then the next game, you'll probably be even better.
Well, and I think we always talk about, and I didn't ask you this one in the seminar, but normally I ask the pros, like, are you a score watcher or a score pace watcher?
Yeah.
Because I think there's two different types, right?
Definitely.
Like, you may not, it might stress you out to look at the scores or see where you are in the placement, but you should look and see.
Yeah, definitely.
Is everybody bowling 230s, 240s,
Yeah.
or is everyone bowling 160, 170,
Correct.
right?
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. And, when I first started bowling on tour and stuff, I was definitely like a score watcher. Like, I was like looking at the standings constantly, like, where the heck am I? And then I realized that I just didn't bowl good doing that. So the last few years, I stopped being like a score watcher. I wouldn't look at the standings until like after that block. Because, they're always going to scroll somewhere. I mean, like, it's a blessing and also a curse that we cannot use our cell phones on tour.
Sure.
So I can't look mid-block, but we do have standings rolling usually at either end of our houses. So it's kind of a good thing that I can't just go grab my phone and be like, oh, well, did that 180 just cost me like 5 spots or what?
Yeah.
But but you can, what I will say, like, what's the pace of play? So you're looking around, and you're then like 200, and you got maybe the next closest to you is like 190. You're like, all right, scores are pretty low.
Yeah.
But if you're shooting 200 and you see like almost everyone around you shooting 220, the pace is higher. And that's just your surroundings. You can't see the entire house, obviously. But you can be more aware of maybe what the general pace of play is. Again, just more worry about yourself. Filling your frames and stuff, but you will have an idea of kind of how scores are going just by those around you.
For sure.
Without looking at the actual leaderboard.
So, Bree, are you ready for Arden two-hander to come out and bowl on tour? Are you ready for the two-handers?
I'll be retired by then.
You're like, I'm done. I can't.
And don't get me wrong, I my doubles partner is two-handed.
Yeah, right.
So I love the two-handers. The versatility that they can show, that they can do, it's fascinating to me. I'm too old to do that. My hips don't get out of the way. I've tried.
You're like, I've really tried.
I've really tried. But it's fascinating to me. And, obviously, I worked junior gold last year, and the amount of two-handed bowlers was just insane.
Yeah.
And it just keeps growing. And now we're definitely seeing more on the ladies doing it, and to see what they can do, and it's evolving, and I'm excited to see where it goes for them. But yeah, I probably won't be on tour by the time Ellie Kate's out there, which I'm glad because she already has more rep rate than me, and she's 10.
Right.
So,
I know you see like Bella Castillo and like
I mean, even
just,
Bella was very young.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
but you could have Maggie Toma.
Maggie Toma, yes,
she's getting. Is she a junior?
She's definitely, I think, an upperclassman at Arc State. So, I could probably if anyone knows in the chat what year she is, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But
just so that she can plan
just
her
so I
retirement.
can plan my retirement.
We'll throw you a party, Bree.
um, no, but I mean the young ones, they keep me on my toes. They definitely make sure I'm still out there working hard and stuff.
I think you have a few years though, because it, like you just said, I mean, and I think this is the hard part. We talk about the kids having patience and learning and experience, but every level that you go to, there's a new learning curve.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can't. I mean, when the two-handed ladies, because that's been a topic for probably, I would say 5 to 10 years. I remember when we started saying, okay, how long until there's a lady out there, right? But even when the first one goes out full time, it's going to take some time to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's a new. I mean it's a new environment.
Yeah.
Are they going to be out there on their own? Are
Right.
they going to still, are they going to have someone with them to travel? I mean, it's a very different environment.
Yeah.
It definitely, it's different bowling when it's your own money on the line.
Amen.
To try to, but again, it's so much fun. I absolutely love bowling on tour, and I can't wait to see these ladies out here because they're gonna do so good. And next year we get to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the relaunch of the PWBA tour. It's been 10 years. Wow. I've been on the tour for 10 years. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
So
Bree,
yeah,
we're getting old.
We are. I am.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's the 10th anniversary of the relaunch, so it's really exciting. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited that we actually get to do something with the juniors next year. We have a store stop in Green Bay during Junior Gold.
So cool.
It's going to be like a highlight event. So really excited that we can kind of bring the two worlds together and maybe give these ladies something to look forward to. Once they're done with college and get an education, if they want to do college bowling, and then they can come out and compete on tour, because it is a great thing to do and a great experience. And you meet so many great people.
I don't think we're getting to the point where girls won't remember what it was like when there wasn't a tour, but you and I remember that. I mean, I remember bowling in college and there not being a PWBA tour.
Correct.
And it is so important that exists.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little older than Blair.
A little.
But I bowled a pro-am with Leanne.
I did too.
And Kim Kearney. And then the tour folded when I was still in high school. Literally, I was a junior in high school, so that was kind of sad.
Yeah.
But, and then, the hiatus was so long. And then when it got announced for the relaunch in 2015, I was like, I'm going to be a professional bowler. Yeah, no questions.
Yeah.
So, they won't know, what that's going to be like. But I'm excited that they don't have that. And so, being on tour and being a member, our goal is to just keep it alive so these young ladies have that opportunity to go out there and compete.
100%. Tamia here, she very much has been playing this really tight angle on the gutter.
Yes, I see that.
And she missed right on the last one and got away with it. And this one she missed right again, down lane, right?
Yeah,
and
she did. Yeah. I thought it was going in. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah,
we've been talking about.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Throw it in the gutter. It's
thank
okay.
gosh, because I'm like, if you're gonna play there, you can't be scared if it goes in.
No.
Like, you can't be mad.
Yeah.
Because for me, like when I play the gutter, I'm probably gonna throw it in eventually. Like it's gonna go in, and I just literally laugh about it.
Yeah.
But you can't be afraid to get it over there, and if it goes in, it goes in.
Yeah.
So
agreed. Yeah. There's we were telling the kids earlier, like, you're gonna throw it in the gutter if you're trying to aim for like board 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna go.
I mean,
It's okay.
It's okay. Like,
just hope it's not on a spare. That's the only hope.
I've done it on a 4-bagger. That's not recommended either.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's really good for count.
You're like, great. But you know what? Did you spare it up?
I did.
Good. Yeah.
And I was like, well, hey, I got it right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you can't be afraid.
Yeah. It's
for it to go in if you're gonna play there. Yeah. it's gonna happen.
How did you learn to play the gutter
Oh,
when you were a kid?
well, I think just because I was a straighter player starting out, you know, you always just kind of play to the right, you
Yeah.
know, big dot, second arrow, and then you kind of migrate, learn to play different angles, different parts of the lane. So you just kind of do some like stations of like, okay, today I'm gonna play up 5 and try to slide as far right as I possibly can, try to keep it as straight in front of me as possible, and just kind of practice each arrow on the lane. I don't really kind of go past much of, you know, like 4th or 5th unless it's really crazy.
What? I thought you had like Belmo's rev rate.
Yes, I do. In another life. Yeah. Me, lofts in the gutter cap.
That's you.
That's my jam.
Yeah. Right.
You think by now I would have learned how to do that bowling with Chris Vi for so long?
I know. I was
but
thinking,
still don't
like,
know how to
right.
do that.
It's funny.
He'll be on the ball return and I'll still be sliding like 30.
You're like, hey.
Yeah. But no, it's just fascinating. So you just have to like, you know, be disciplined, put some grit and time and effort into playing different parts of the lane. I still struggle playing super straight to the right, so there's still even times where I'll work on it, just play out, try to stay as far right as I can, make sure my footwork's, you know, in a line. And the big key to playing really far right is to try to have pretty good footwork, straighter footwork, so you're not walking away from it, because then you can't stay so straight to the right because you're already away from your target. So that's what I struggle with, and I constantly work on. But to me, she's doing a pretty good job. Good bounce back after that little error.
Yeah. I think Arden could move right too. I'm not sure if that's in her like strong point, but we were talking in the first game. Kids on the short pattern don't always know how close they are. Like they think they're bowling so bad and they're so far away from, or they can't do something, but they're like 1 or 2 boards.
Yes.
Like too far left, and if they moved slightly,
yes,
they would have the whole world.
And they feel like if they miss like 1 left, like they don't even hit the head pin, like to the right. Well, it's because you're so far away from it, like you're just like completely so far apart from where like the hold is to the right. You know, to kind of get your ball to essentially lead off the pattern.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Yeah, that was much better. So that was actually pretty good. But I think she could probably go a little bit more, or she can open up her angles a little bit. It just kind of depends.
What you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, over to our right here, Lindsey Graham. She's got a good game going too. Looks like she's kind of figured something out after her first game.
What a solid bowler too, Lindsey is.
Yeah,
she's
good game. Yeah, I mean, a lot of like every time I come to SYCs, I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm old.
Larry says that we are both still youngsters.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah, we'll send you your tip.
Yeah, pay you later.
Yeah, really. We appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's fascinating. So let's gotta see where Arden is here on the lanes.
I just think she could move slightly, although it does look like she may have moved a little right.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And
that was close.
She's one that actually slides right, so she's sliding into her shot, and so she was sliding probably about like 16, 17 there, but she could probably go a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that was definitely a lot closer.
That was.
She's got that was a good try there. Much better shot for Arden, so she left something, you know, in the middle of the lane.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Not a lot of pins to pick up. We were talking about that last month. Like, have you ever had a block where it's like you're leaving 5, 6?
Oh my gosh!
Like, or 4, like 4 like you're just can I just leave a 10 pin?
Yeah. Can I get 8 together? Yeah. Like I would even take 8. You're starting to make like a telephone number. Or you start with like 9 and you progressively get worse as the game goes on. Yeah. I mean, and the count adds up. The count adds up so fast. Like all of a sudden, you're like your count is like a 2, and you're like, what? Like, but I'm clean.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Bowling is a fascinating sport in that aspect.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, those aren't fun days.
No, and I've had days where, like, I've left what Amanda has left repeatedly.
Oh, yes.
And then by the end of it, I'm making it, and everyone's like, "Wow, good spare!" And you're like, "Yeah, I've shot it like 12.
I should make it by now.
Like
Yeah.
it's bound to happen.
I've been trained. I've been trained to spare it. I still haven't figured out how to not leave it.
Yeah. Oh, good
That
try.
was a good try.
Yeah.
Good try from Amanda.
Yeah, exactly.
If I can only just not leave it.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Yeah, there's
To
see
me,
some
it's here.
things.
She's killing it this game.
Yeah,
She
she's
really
doing
is.
really good. I think we were talking to her when checking to yesterday about like where she's looking at going to college. She's got some options.
Oh, nice.
So, but she's got a really solid game. You
She
know,
really
very
does.
simple.
Yeah.
So I think she said she was looking at a couple schools, and
Good.
she's got some official visits coming up. So really excited to see where she decides to go.
See if she filled out her bio. I like her balance at the foul line, which I've heard that coaches are always looking for that.
Yes,
That is-
balance. Looking at where they're sliding is a big thing. She not doing?
No, they don't do their homework anymore. It's fine.
They used to.
I know. I even talked about having an iPad at the live stream booth this year, but they did it one time and it was just too tricky. Like we need to figure out a new live stream bio something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Something exciting to.
I know. They don't understand. They're like, I don't want to fill it out. I don't like talking about myself. And I'm like,
Well, it's
yeah,
not,
but you want to, like, we want to talk about you.
yeah, it's not really for you. It's for us just to maybe introduce people to you
Exactly.
and just kind of let them know your background, maybe some fun facts about you.
Like, I think Miss Dunbar here likes Cheerios. That's my.
I mean, that's what her shirt says. I like Cheerios.
I love Cheerios. She does not put that in her bio. She's from Dayton, Nevada, though.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a Dayton, Nevada.
I didn't either. I know there's a Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, that's me too. She bowls at Homegrown Bowling. She got her first 700 series along with her highest score of 270 during high school competition last year.
Awesome.
She was Female Bowler of the Year in high school, which is awesome. And she loves health science in school.
Nice.
And her favorite pros are Verity and Diana. So
Awesome. That's okay. It's okay.
We'll
Nothing personal.
We'll find someone that likes you.
We'll find somebody.
Just kidding.
My grandma.
Your dogs.
My dogs.
Your dogs are your fans.
Yeah.
I'm a Brie fan. I always cheer on Brie.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, it's fine. Everyone has their own. I mean, I like certain people too. So, yeah.
You know, I really like watching you because you always keep yourself in contention most of the time. When I'm watching,
Thanks.
I'm like, you're in there, like you're grinding it out, and yeah, I think you're always kind of
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like how I feel.
You
I mean,
are.
and I, you know, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I would love to just be striking at will all the time in leading tournaments. But I think, you know, one thing people always ask me, like, well, what's your goal, like, on tour, like, to win? And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously I want to win. But, like, I just want to be consistent every week. Because if I'm consistent, just like I tell any of these kids, like, if you're consistent and you know, make your spares, make good shots, put yourself in position, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Like, and some days you'll get there by, okay, I'm making all the cuts. Maybe I missed the finals, or sometimes you win the tournament, but you just give yourself an opportunity. You're always knocking on the door for that next thing. And I think that's kind of how I look at it. I look for consistency as my goal, not, you know, it's hard to, we're so results driven. I think we also lose like some of the bigger picture stuff.
Well, and I think sometimes, of course, you want to win,
Yeah,
right?
it's like, who
everyone
doesn't
I
wanna
know,
win?
You're like, you want to take home that trophy, but I think people have to remember too that this is your profession. This is how you make a living.
Yeah.
So, like, for you, I'm sure there's some weeks that like cash is the goal.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, if I'm at the cash line,
Yeah, I'm good.
right?
I'm good. Gravy.
Like,
Like, what are we bowling on this week? All right, we're gonna get a check. And that's fine. Like, we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we're gonna try to do our best to get them every time. But again, it's some weeks are harder than others. I mean, I feel like just like SYC, you know, a lot of these kids will every single SYC, and some SYCs for them are a cakewalk, and others they really have to fight for every pin. maybe to get in contention for a medal.
Right.
Or, maybe they don't medal the short, medium, and long, but they end up like an all events medaler. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's, so that's kind of how I look at it. You're like the marathoner as opposed to the sprinter.
Yeah. Well, and the consistency part that you keyed in, that's how we choose the champions at SYCs, right? If you have a really great block on the short pattern, but maybe you don't bowl so well on the medium and long, you don't win. You win a gold on the short medal,
Exactly.
right? So we do reward consistency, and there's been champions at SYCs that haven't gotten any medal on any
of the patterns,
right?
Exactly.
And then they come up and win in the overall and get the overall gold, and so it's definitely about being consistent.
Yeah, and those players who are the most consistent are definitely the more patient ones as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you have to look for. It is a virtue, I tell you.
Amen.
Sometimes you're just like, no, I don't want to be patient today. But you have to tell yourself, it's okay. We'll get there.
Well, and I think those are the players that have the long careers, right?
Yeah,
when you think of like we just did an interview on the Morning Bolt with Jack Jurek, who I really didn't know that much about, and he is just he has bowled his whole life, and he has made a living, and it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of like just going for those cash weeks, right? Like, because if you're always looking for the win and you're always mad when you're not winning, you're probably going to bowl yourself out of a check.
Exactly. You're going to bowl even worse, and you're going to be in the wrong state of mind to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
hard.
It's
Bowling's hard.
Bowling is so hard, and oops.
We said
we got to laugh it off.
Exactly. And we said, if you're going to play there, you gotta be ready to throw it in the gutter. Yeah.
See, I'm looking at the positives here. So, yeah, this kind of stinks. She threw it in the gutter.
Yeah.
But positive note, she already shot 200.
True. I really hope she spares it up. That was her 10th frame.
It was. It was. She can get this.
She does.
Maybe she was a little nervous. It's okay.
Well, she's bowling a fantastic.
She's bowling great. She shot 230 the first game. Like she's grooving and cruising. She's fine.
I'm not worried.
So I got asked this at an event I worked at, in New York.
Yeah.
What is the hardest strike for 300? Which one?
Ooh. Okay. What'd you say?
So there's.
I had got it. Good spirits. She was fine.
She was fine. So I had like 2 of them.
Okay.
Obviously you gotta get the first one. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But for me, I feel like the 9th frame is hard.
The 9th frame.
9th frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's the 10th frame. Mine
like
is
the first one
and
the 10th.
Yep.
Okay.
If I get the, is that right? Hold on. No, mine is the second one in the 10th.
Okay, so the 11th shot.
11th shot. Because I usually can get that first one. And currently, I have a little monkey on my back in Utah. I have all of my 300s were in Ohio. And then I moved to Utah. And I've had a lot of like, I stop at the 11th.
No.
That's where I'm stopping right now.
Yeah.
Because usually if I get the 11th one,
You're pretty good.
I never worry about the 12th.
Really?
I've never.
Yeah.
Now, well, that's why. Because in Reno, is it the 11th? Because I had a string going at women's. Which, if you want to know pressure, I mean, you have PWBA 300s, but for an average bowler like me, yeah, try to go for 300 at nationals when the screen turns a
and
different color.
Everyone's
stops. Watching.
Well, I think it turns a different color at like 7, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And like, can I get to like 10 before anyone starts changing colors? And yeah,
and then the USBC guy with the camera,
he's like,
who's standing there.
And you're like, go away.
Yeah, I'm like, can you just not be visible?
Shoot.
Like, you can hide.
Exactly. So that's what we were talking about yesterday. Like the videographers need to be hidden so you know they're not there. Instead, like they're breathing down your throat.
Yeah. If you can't tell, I didn't shoot 300.
It's okay.
It's all right.
I don't have any 300s on tour.
No. Okay.
No, but
That's
I have.
surprising, actually.
I have like 3 or 4 800s.
Okay.
Yeah.
My high series ever is 799.
Oh,
I haven't.
we need to get you 800.
I don't.
Maybe
bowl
that's
enough
what
anymore.
Maybe that's what you'll do in Utah.
Okay. Maybe I would take that.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
And and for me, I think 800s are easier because I need to miss. Like
Okay.
I need to like wrap 10 or 8 pin or maybe
Yeah.
just like pull a bad shot.
Yeah, right.
I need to miss.
Yeah.
I very rarely, man.
How
if
many 300s do you have? Do you
Oh,
know? I know
gosh.
that's a hard question for
I
pros.
don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like, but I still think I have more 800s than I do 300s.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like if I get to like 6, I'm like, wow. If I get front 6, I'm like, that's a lot of strikes in
Yeah.
a row. Because I usually like I'll go like a double and then I'll 8 pin or 9 pin. Like that's why I don't shoot 300 because I can't even get halfway through the game. But
You're like, I'm done.
I'm done. But I'm like, man, I still got 800 out there.
Well, I think everyone knows it's really hard to shoot 300, but I think everyone always thinks it's a mental thing. But the lanes are transitioning as you're bowling
the pins
too.
have to cooperate.
Right. The pins,
they have to fall down.
you have to be moving a little bit. I don't know anyone that has never moved in a 300 game.
Yeah.
I don't. Have you had a 300 where you don't move?
Maybe. I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, to your point, like, were all 12 of my shots like perfect? No chance.
Yeah.
Like they're not all 10 back. I
Right.
mean, you're gonna light some. You maybe trip a 4 pin, but I mean, I think you subconsciously move
Yeah.
if you say you don't move.
Or like you change.
You
I
do it a
don't
little
know.
harder or something.
There's a lot of luck involved.
There is. It's
really
hard. 12
is.
strikes in
Yeah.
a row. 12 strikes in a row. Like I don't. First one in the 10th, Larry. Yep, that one's hard
Yeah,
too.
that one is hard.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
really torn between first or second now because that's where I've been struggling. Is
Yeah.
the first, like 10th and 11th, is where I'm at.
Yeah, it was a good question that I got asked, and I was like,
That's a
yeah,
great question.
It was. I just was like curious
Yeah.
what your answer would be, but yeah.
Okay, we're gonna not end. Normally, I would end now and take a break, but Lindsay has a really great game going, and
Yeah.
she's gonna finish on the lane
Definitely,
that's visible. So we're gonna watch Lindsay
Yeah, let's watch
finish her-
Lindsay.
finish
Yeah,
her
she's
10th
got a
game.
great game going here.
Yeah.
So, see how she finishes this one out. But yeah, those pretty confident scores would kind of creep up a little bit.
They are. They're slowly creeping.
Yeah, then they will. I mean, this is only game 2. They still have 3 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be good.
Yeah, short patterns are normally the lower scoring of the weekend for the most part, just because, yeah.
Yeah, I think especially for the younger kids, maybe they just don't have the ball speed to keep it online.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Come on, can we get some oil?"
Please. Please. Yeah, the U12 girls especially, they're like, we need a medium.
Yeah, and yeah, but I mean, I'm glad that they do get the opportunity to bowl in short.
Yeah.
You know, they get to see 3 different lengths because it just makes them better. I mean, it's very frustrating sometimes, but they need to look at that. It's gonna make them better in the long run. They're not just always bowling on like a medium or long. Like they're able to learn and get versatile in all of them.
Yeah, like Addison here, that was a fantastic shot. She's on lane 13, and she's just had some rough, like she missed a couple spares, had a really not helpful split in the 9th frame.
Yeah.
That could have not been there.
Yeah, correct.
And now her game, she went from, being 180, 190 maybe, and it's not what she really wanted to bowl this game.
Yeah, and I mean, she's getting it there.
She is. I like where she's playing it.
Yeah, I mean, she's using more angle for her hold, you know, just because that's her game. She's got slower ball speed, so her ball's going to naturally hook. So, yeah, I think once they start figuring things out.
Yeah. It's like this might be the U15 girls.
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Is there a Blake back there? Or was it just Terry?
I
don't hear a Blake.
I don't see a Blake.
Oh, yes, there is a dog in the building, folks.
There's 2.
Yeah, it's great. And they're bowling dogs.
They're bowling dogs.
Although, do you know they don't bowl much anymore?
I know.
Sad.
I think because Katie moved.
Yeah, and their bowling center. They unfortunately lost their bowling center. Well, not lost.
At least
they closed
Yeah,
it.
they closed it. Yeah, which is
they
fine.
They sold it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bowling's expensive. Did you know that?
Yes, it is. I do know that.
It's an expensive industry.
Yeah, it's yeah.
All right, here's Lindsay on 13. I'm not going to tell everyone what her potential score is. Cause,
Oh, they can't see it, right?
They can't.
Oh,
But
they can't. No, it's
No.
gonna cut off.
yeah, it's over there.
Yeah. Okay.
They can't. But I don't want to cloud it.
Oh,
I don't
you
want
want
to
to be
jinx
Blair
it.
the Black Cloud.
Oh, I am Blair the Black Cloud, but
It's a good shot.
oh,
Yeah.
super solid.
And and that's. I mean, she's playing the lanes probably closer to how I would play them too. A little more angle. She's got her ball likes to hook a little bit more, so getting it to the gutter, she's not afraid to get it there. I can't remember what she left. She left like a 2 or 3 pin. I don't think it was a corner pin.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I think it was a 2 or 3 pin. So, but still, she's got a great game here going. So
She works with Mr. Mark Baker. Yes.
Makes sense.
He is a fantastic coach, and she has been working on her game. It's been fun to watch her evolve as a player over the years.
Very good shot there.
And she's worked hard. She made Junior Team USA for the first time this summer, Junior Gold.
Congrats to her.
Yes. So, Mom saying, "Dang that 5th frame."
Yeah, I hear you. 6 frame.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, told you. Trying to get halfway through the game, it's hard.
Right.
She probably pulls like me.
Yeah, probably. She probably would agree.
Yeah. But hey, she made her spare, and
She did.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it takes the pressure off too. Like, oh, I'm not going for 300 anymore. So.
But I will say, okay, like when you're striking a lot, and then you leave that first spare, that spare seems so hard.
Yes.
It's so tiny. I'm like, how can I hit this pin?
279.
279.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
She finished it out. What a game.
Yeah, great game by Lindsay. That puts her at plus 56 for her 2 games. So definitely grateful in there.
For
Those
sure.
are some great shots. So yeah.
All right, Bree, we're going to take a short break because I'm going to ask you to come back at the end of the book so that you can go and talk to
I know
some
you're just going to go
parents
get
and
blank. That's fine.
No. I might, but no. I mean, he doesn't talk, so it is easier to talk to you. Oh, yeah. If you say speak, he might.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, folks, if you're watching, we will be right back. I'm going to leave you with just the bowling, and Bree, we'll see you maybe game 5?
Okay.
Game 5.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, SYC fans. We have a treat for you. All right, we have a special treat in the live stream. We got Mr. Blake. Blake is in the live stream. Blake is commentating this round, this game. Blake, what do you think of all the bowlers? Huh? Hey. Oh man. So the bowlers we're watching in front of us are. Oh, I stopped scratching. I will have to multitask, folks. I have. There's ear scratching needed in the live stream booth, but let me look for our. All right, so the bowlers we are watching in front of us, we have Miss Callie Tran, Avery Pratt, Layla Takia, Autumn Strode, Charlie Katz, and Leela Storer. And Blake is our special guest commentator. This is the Bowling Doodle, the famous Bowling Doodle. And I stopped scratching behind his ears. Oh, Katie's watching. Katie says, hi, Blakey. There he is. Katie, I get to spend the weekend with Blake, and you don't. So Blake was the famous Bowling Doodle. He does know how to bowl, trained by Miss Katie Simpson, who's in the chat, and Mom Terry, who's off to the side. But Blake, do you think they're striking like you could? I think Blake wants to be bowling. Although he's getting some ear scratches, so life is good. The bowlers haven't noticed that there's a dog commentating yet, but when they do, they're all going to freak out. He is doing a special meet and greet with his brother Adam. Okay, the bowlers are starting to notice now. I stopped scratching again. All right, Blake, I got you. We'll make this work. We got this. Excellent shot by Miss Blake's like, are we done yet? Like, I'm done watching. We got Miss Strode here. Autumn. We're still bowling on a short pattern, and the short pattern is still proving to be pretty tricky for everybody. Oh, I got a spot going. I'm scratching. Blake is turned. Blake is done watching bowling and just wants the scratchies. Blake might be joining me in the chair in a minute. All right, Blake. What do you think? What do you think is happening? Do you think our friend Charlie is going to strike here? I think Charlie's going to strike. Like, Charlie, our prediction is Charlie's going to strike. But Blake's done watching bowling. He's like, I don't want to watch. You know what is happening is Blake wants to be bowling. He's jealous of the bowlers. Oh, see, we called it, Blake. Charlie struck. I'll scratch your ear. Wait, you predicted that Charlie was going to strike. Do you think Storer's going to strike? Yes, she is. We got another strike. Now, the last time that we were here, Blake did a bowling appearance, but Blake is a little rusty on his skills. Can he high five though? Blake, high five. Thank you. Good boy. I think he likes watching Layla here. Blake's looking for a snack. I am too. Blake, you think we can order some treats for the live stream booth? What do you think? Yeah, I think so too. See if Miss Callie can make this fair. Oh, it's looking good. Ah. Josh messed with Blake. He's like, where did he go? Blake is going, as I said earlier, there's a meet and greet with Blake and Adam, and he is going to have a million photos taken during the break, I'm sure. Oh, Avery here is his dog sitter. I just found out. Well, we've got to cheer on Avery then. Let's see here. She's throwing a summit. That's a good ball. That's a good shot right there. Good job. Blake didn't even watch. He didn't want to jinx her. He's commentating. I still think he's jealous. I still think Blake wants to be. Blake, you want to be bowling? All right. Let's see here. See if Layla picked up her spare. Looking to see if anyone filled out their bios this weekend, and I'm striking out. Ooh, Autumn did. Autumn Strode is from Munster, Indiana. She bowls at Stardust. She is the 2024 Elite Youth Tour Battle Royale champion. She loves to read and write, and she wants to give a shout out to Coach D. Torres, Alyssa Torres, grandparents, aunts, and uncles. And Blake is pouting. Blake's like, I'm not watching. Katie, I think I'm muffled enough that he can't hear me, hopefully. Otherwise, he'll be running down to bowl. Blake, do you think Olivia's going to strike on 13? What do you think? Yeah? Oh, there was an ear twitch. That's a yes. Let's see. Oh, we jinxed her, Blake. Although you didn't look, so I guess you didn't jinx her. I jinxed her. Larry, yeah, a Hoosier in the building. A lot of people traveled from lots of different places to Idaho, experiencing Boise for the first time. Our trophy does have a potato on it, just so everyone knows. Everyone has commented. It's amazing. There's a potato coming out of the state of Idaho. So get ready for those fun pictures. Oh, there's a high five. Blake gave a high five. All right, Blake, your buddy Avery there. She's going for a spare. Yeah, Larry, he does give me a side eye. I know. It's, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not jinxing the bowlers. He didn't jinx Avery, though. Good job, Avery. Oh, tough break for Charlie. The lanes are definitely hooking on the kids for sure. The short is, we're in the transition mode. It is game 3. I'm going with Blake's strategy. We need to look away from the bowlers. We don't want to jinx them. Blake did get a haircut for the appearance, which he looks pretty spiffy with his little storm bandana. It's all right. He doesn't want to jinx the bowlers. He's good. He is sitting in a chair, folks. There is a dog sitting in a chair, in case anyone was wondering. But everyone that lives here is used to Blake and Adam, as Katie knows. This is just normal. Oh, thank you. We're holding hands now. Yeah. Thank you. Get some head scratches. It is a little, any bowlers in the building that need a little emotional support break, Blake is here for you in the pro shop. You can go visit him. Shout out to the Simpson family. Wayne drilled a lot of road bowling balls yesterday. The road is the ball that all the SYC athletes got this weekend, and he was busy on the press. They do a great job taking care of the folks in Boise inside of Westies if you're looking for a pro shop. Wayne's World. I see a lot of Wayne's World logos on the kids' jerseys too, so it's definitely a favorite shop. They are both golden doodles, right? Both, yeah, both Blake and Adam are golden doodles. All right, Blake, what do you think? Charlie gonna strike? He's not so sure. Ah, she did. See? He didn't trust it. He doesn't, he's tired of his close-up. He doesn't want to be on camera anymore. He's tired of you guys commenting on his side eye. I get it, Blake. I get it. It's hard. That was a great shot by Layla. Just didn't go all the way into the pocket. Little light. Let's look up some standings. Let's see if we got standings in front of us. So leading the U12 girls currently is Hadley Fowler, Ellie Kate Murray in second, Kiana Cipra. Avery's having a little rough go of it this morning to start. U15 girls, Candace Van Tine leading that division, Layla in second, Callie in third, Autumn in fourth. You can look up all the scores on Bowl Metrics. And we're getting some ear scratches. Sorry, I stopped scratching and I almost got a little punch from Mr. Blake. I get it. Get it, Blake. Kate, I want to know who's still more famous, Katie or Blake the Bowling Doodle? Katie? Have you outnumbered the number of jerseys ordered? Or are you still fighting for Blake? Because at one point, Blake was winning. Blake more famous than Katie. He's definitely more famous in this building this weekend. When he entered, he did make his appearance known that he was here and barked, and then everyone was like, oh, Blake's here. Nice spare. Josh is messing with Blake Katie. You can't see him. I tried to get Josh to come in the live stream booth this game, and then Blake came in. So, yeah, that I'm not going to comment on whether that was an upgrade or not. Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad that you met an SYC bowler at the matchmaker that is here. Yeah, exactly, Katie. Thank you. Blake is still trying to go chase down Josh. Josh does a lot for Westie's Garden Lanes, and he's been doing a lot for the SYC bowlers this weekend. We got the Storm Bowling leash in the building too. Anyone in need of a dog leash or a dog ball, we got it on stormbowling.com. I would love to know what Blake's favorite pattern is. Katie, you might know the answer, but Blake, what's your favorite lane pattern? Short? What do you think? Medium? Long? I don't think he likes any of them. He's like, I like house shots. Yeah, no kidding. We'll put him to the test on the short pattern on the break. Josh will kill us, but we'll let him bowl. Katie, anything long? Yeah, he'd be feeling the same way as the young lady. Sometimes their ball hooks a little too much. Like, that was a great shot by Charlie, but it just is going to get... Oh, she almost got away with it. Taken away. Yes, I know. Thank you. Aw, a little too far left for Miss Avery, but still a really good game. Those spares are hard on the short pattern for the girls. Their ball speed is just not as fast as the boys. Their rev rate's a little lower. Makes it a little tricky out there for them. Well, Blake, we're getting down to the end. We're getting close. 10th frame. Your first live stream debut. How'd it go? What do you think? Do good? High five. High five. Anything? High five. Oh, thank you. Good boy. We're going to see if Layla here can get this fair. She's got this. 10 pin all the way. Brand new ice. Oh, I love it. Here's Miss Charlie. Great shot. Great shot by Charlie. Blake's officially not wanting to jinx people. There's Blake. Blake is looking down. He's like, I need to go and meet my fans. So Blake, thanks for joining us. Terry, thanks for joining us. We're gonna watch Miss Layla finish here. She's gonna shoot her spare. Brianna just caught me and said that that I kicked her out for a dog, and I did. It happened. I did kick Brianna Cote, PWBA champion, U.S. Open champion, out of the booth for a dog. and he just saw Bree, and he's like, okay, I'm in. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Blake says bye. Can you give a high five to go? High five. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you. We'll see you in a few minutes. Some new bowlers will be coming. All right, bowlers, we are back. The bowlers are bowling. We are watching this game. Cannon Sproul is on this pair. He's going to step up there on lane 11. We also have Dallin Lung, Gabriel Ruvlakaba, Connor Liu, Dylan Ingram, Noah Ardes, and that is the bowlers we are watching in front of us. And we are joined by Miss Leanne Heisenberg. Hello, Leanne.
It's hard to follow your last partner.
Yeah, he was awesome. He also side-eyed me a lot, as the people in the chat got some Blake side-eye going. So we called some good action. I asked him what his favorite lane pattern was.
And what did he say?
Well, Katie helped. He likes the longer patterns.
Yes, because he the one thing I have in common with Blake is that I have slow ball speed.
Yes, for
And
sure.
Blake's rivals me on the slow ball speed.
Yeah. Well, slow ball speed is not fantastic today on the short pattern, unfortunately. But Dallin does not have slower ball speed.
He's playing him right. There's some high scores, and there are some low scores.
Yeah, a little bit of everything going on.
Unfortunately, the short pattern is usually the toughest, right?
Yes.
So we get it out of the way early.
For sure. Little Connor here.
Did you just have the U12ers here?
We had
Oh my
U15
gosh.
girls.
The U12 girls were so cute, and there's a couple of them. Oh my gosh, good games.
Yeah. Yep.
Solid at the foul line. Ellie Kate hooking the whole lane.
Ellie Kate hooks it a lot.
Man, she looks like she's hooking it more than she used to.
Yeah. And I think she went up, or is going up in ball weight. I'm not sure if she went up or is going up. All the way to 13 pounds.
Little by little.
Yes. This is is this U12, U15, or just U15 boys?
This a U15 pair and a U15 pair left.
So all but one score has been put in U15. So in the U15 currently, 270. Lewis Cloud shot 279. Wow. That's a little quiet one. Dahoon Kwan.
There's two 279s. Dalen just pulled 279 as well.
Man, they're sneaky. So currently, plus 107 is leading U15 boys. But then there is a huge drop-off. Dahoon's plus 32, plus 20.
Dahoon's
plus
nice
2.
and steady.
Yeah, he is. Ben Linares, even. I would take even on the short pattern this morning. It looks pretty hard out there, actually. Lots of OB.
Straight is probably your best option.
It is what it seems like. But that's hard for kids, too. Not everyone is comfortable playing the gutter. How did you learn how to play the gutter?
Practice.
Yeah.
I had to change, for me to play the gutter, because I drift left, I really had to change my targeting. And really, like, I look at the dots when I'm trying to play the gutter because I find it easier to hit a target closer to me. But it's really hard. It's a lot of visualization. Because when you think you're playing them straight and you're still not.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where now the advantage of videoing bowlers is huge because you can, if your youth bowler is struggling, parents, and maybe they say they're playing them straight, like, oh, I'm hitting my target. Just take a quick video and
Show
go,
them.
yeah, like, hey, is this your target?
There's also a lot of, if you have the opportunity to go to a lot of the coaching places, they have a lot of tools like the torch.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a training tool, and the Specto and all that stuff. All those training tools, which not everyone has, but if you're lucky enough to have those, they're very helpful in learning how to play. The way I learned how to play them were left to right, and now you have to play them front to back. So
sure.
it's just practice. And as we try to tell the kids, surface makes the biggest difference because that is what touches the lane. And all these kids sometimes are throwing shiny balls, so your mistakes are magnified. But a dull ball will kind of keep you out of trouble. So surface is kind of a big deal.
We almost just saw 3 Brooklyns in a row, which I'll take all of the Brooklyns. I don't know about you.
Hey,
I never
you get
give
them while
back.
you can because it comes right back to you.
Yeah.
There's no, if you go Brooklyn, it's for sure you're going to solid 8 on your next shot.
True.
But the breaks all come around and go around.
We got Mr. SYC champion Trevor Mason off to the
Yes, so we
left.
have 7 U12 boys. So that's 1 pair, and one of them gets to move up and bowl with the U15 boys, while still being in the U12 division. So Trevor is bowling on a U15 pair this tournament while he's in the U12. So, and he personally asked for that. He said he would love to bowl up with the older kids because he'll be there.
Oh, wow.
He'll
Yeah.
be there next August, and he wants to prepare.
Cool. And you can do that. Like if your youth bowler would like to bowl on an older pair, they just email you, right? Like if that's, you can't always promise it.
It happens sometimes because we have 6 bowlers on a pair. So if a division has 6 or 12 or 18, then they're in their division. But sometimes we'll have odd amounts, so we have mixed divisions. And usually what I do is just take the oldest ones of a certain division and move them to the next one. I'm not going to bump up our little 6-year-old kid and put him in the U15.
Yeah,
There's a lot of young ones this tournament.
there is.
Like this little guy.
Absolutely.
His name is Zathan. He's from Montana. His brother is bowling in the U18 division.
You'll get to see him when he comes up on lane 13, folks. He is a cutie. He's young.
I think he's 6 years old.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Getting the experience young. I like it. Spares are crucial right now because it looks like we are in the big transition of the lanes.
This game 4?
Yes.
Yep.
It started last game. You know, Blake and I were commenting on it. the
Blake,
transition.
yes.
Yeah. He understands transition. He got it. His dog, he was watching his dog sitter bowl, though. It was pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that he didn't bark like, I want to bowl.
Well, I did ask him
Did
if he
he
wanted
start
to
to
go
get a
bowling,
twitch or
and
something?
He almost jumped off the chair. And at first I could tell, like, his eyes were, like, peeled back. Like, why are they all bowling and I'm not? We should have just entered him into the tournament.
Funny.
15 games. Let's go, Blake.
Might have been a tad distracting for all of us.
He's loud. Well, that was the funny thing. When I asked Josh, I go, hey, we didn't really ask you, but Blake and Adam are going to be here. And he's like, oh, no, is he bowling? And I'm like, no, he's just here. I'm just like, okay, good. He's too loud.
He barks at the ball.
I wish I could bark at my ball and tell it what to do.
Well, we do, but
It's just quieter. Mr. Caden here. Caden Sham from California. Does a lot of helping and coaching in his dad's middle school bowling program. Trying
Nice
to grow the
family.
sport.
Yeah. Caden's not looking too happy.
There's not a lot of happy bowlers out there today. I would go out on a limb and say that it's hard. Although, let's look. Let's look at the we looked
U18.
at-
There's a couple U18 boys not thinking it's too hard. Crushing them.
Oh, we watched in the U18 girls. We watched Miss Tamia bowl. She's playing straight up the boards. Lindsay Grime bowled 279 just to the right of the pair a couple games ago. She's in second, and then Caitlin Abagania is in third currently.
Dalen got a good break right there. I mean, he's lined up. He just bowled 279, but that was a very good break.
Nice. U18 boys, Ernesto Reynoso is running over the short pattern. Plus 149 after 3.
I don't think we have the scores from, Toby. Yeah, Toby
Yeah.
shot 160 the third game.
Yeah, 260, 290, 160. Alex Crowley, plus 89. Henry Hine, plus 75. Yeah, so scores are not. Some people have figured it out, right?
I was just telling the front desk, Jamie, who's a bowler, so he was asking about a bunch of these kids, and I told him, because I said, well, it all kind of evens out. You know, I try to tell the kids not to give it all up on the first pattern. I go, in June, we had a bowler who did not medal in any of our 4 rounds, and he won the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And that was Luke Switalski, and he finished in the top 10 of every round, and he won.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, I remember that.
The key is don't try. You can't win it in the first round, but you could definitely lose it in the first round. So you just want to kind of not give it up too much.
I always like to tell kids too, just like that story. There's been so many bowlers that have not medaled in any round, right? It's just tons. And like Luke, yeah.
But it all averages out.
It does.
And everyone gets a chance on a different pattern, which is a pretty cool thing.
For sure. I like Dylan's jersey, Smokey the Bear.
The Idaho ones are very cool.
Yeah, I love it. I saw a couple kids wearing it yesterday, and then a couple more today. Leanne, we announced the 2025 SYC schedule. Boise is back on the schedule next year.
They do a great job at tournaments here. I mean, it's one of our smaller centers, but we really like to make sure we have enough in each region of the country, and we try to get out west for all the bowlers out west. They have Las Vegas in the early part of the year, and then Boise.
There's just not a lot of big centers out west, unfortunately.
Yep. It's not that we don't want to.
Right.
It was great. We just drove right up from Utah. We didn't even have to get on a plane this time.
Yeah. It was nice.
But this bowling center is great. They host tournaments probably 2 to 3 weekends a month, and they had a big tournament 2 weeks ago, and they have a tournament next weekend. They have the PBA regional here, so they do a great job here at Westies.
All right, Dallin. Let's see what we got. Double it up.
Looks like a little pitch black action.
Nice shot.
He's got a good game.
Reminds
He's
me a
from
little-
Northern California.
When he gets set up, he reminds me of Belmo. In his first step, he kind of does that little walk left.
Blair, are you going to go step on the blue Boise Bronco turf?
Oh, I really want to. I don't know if I will. I might go and
I think you can
crash.
just walk right over there, can't you?
Yeah, we're very
I drove
close.
right by it this morning.
Yep, our hotel is close. If anyone is a college football fan, you just there's just stadiums you want to go see, and that's one of them. And
it's right there.
I know, and everyone lives here. Everyone that lives here is like, it's not that cool. It's just blue turf. I'm like, but it looks so cool on TV.
Yeah. And you think it's cool because they don't ever play Ohio State. So
True. Yeah.
If they played Ohio State, you'd be like, I'm not going there.
Although all of the divisions are so scattered now, I guess that there was a big announcement. One of the parents, he came in wearing all the Boise State gear. He told me that they lit up the Blue Stadium on Thursday.
Good cover.
That was a great cover because they just announced that they entered the Pac-12.
Ah, nice.
So that's a big deal.
Because the Pac-12 needed a few more, right? Didn't a few people leave? Or a few teams left?
Yeah, it's all mixed up this year. I can't even keep track of who's in what division.
Well,
right
I'm
now.
grateful that it's not a Bronco home game this weekend because...
Yeah, hotel rates might have gone up a little bit. It's a beautiful stadium. Just the outside.
It's a nice downtown area.
Yeah. Mr. Mike Jazz now just tuned in.
Welcome home, Jazz.
He says he's looking forward to next year's SYC at Westies. He has it on his calendar.
Good. Book it. Book it, Dano.
Samantha says, when we went to our first SYC in 2018, I think they were mixed, and I'm so glad they are not mixed anymore. The little ones are so cute to watch. They are cute to watch all together.
Sending our love to the Archibalds as Mr. Scott's getting he's at Vandy, right?
Yep.
Getting top-notch treatment.
I heard that Bree almost came out in bold.
Yeah, Josh said he would
right.
take care of her, but they all wanted to, and then she had her stuff, so they need to. You guys take care of yourselves.
We were bragging about the pro shop earlier because Cliff was saying how cool it is, and I was like, yeah, the remodel, the Archibalds were a big part of that remodel. So.
And then they left.
Yeah.
Just like Zach and Katie.
Yeah,
they left.
Maybe it's Josh. I'm just kidding. Josh is awesome, but all his friends keep leaving him. Just kidding. Josh is the best.
Oh, bad break. Good shot, though.
So we've been talking all day about if you are bowling on a short pattern, you're going to find the gutter at some point.
That's why I just told a kid, I go, I told Tyler, I said, he goes, oh, I threw it in the gutter. I go, it's very easy to throw it in the gutter on a short pattern. And I go, it's not that bad because it's an easier spare than some of the stuff you might leave on the short pattern.
Yeah, I think we've tried to make the kids feel better about it. Like you can't, and I really haven't seen anyone that's thrown it. I think they are starting to learn, like, hey, it's just part of bowling on a short pattern.
We all throw it in the gutter.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
And great spare right there. Gabe's like, yeah, I'm cool.
No big deal.
Right.
Yeah. I call it a spare strike.
Yeah. And he wasn't on a spare.
Yeah,
so actually he didn't lose
lost.
anything in that frame. Dylan's jersey is unique. I don't think I've ever seen one. It's like sciencey.
Look, Adam.
I'm sorry.
Adams.
No.
Little Adams.
Dylan Ingram here. Oh, it's Buzz Lightyear on the front.
Yeah, but it looks like little Adams.
Oh, Adams. I thought you said Atom.
Atom. A-T-O-M.
I got Adam the bowling doodle in my head.
It did look like Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buzz Lightyear.
That is Buzz. He's my favorite character. Good try it, that's fair. We were also talking, those tournaments when you just consistently leave washouts all the time? Like,
no, I try to forget about those tournaments.
Yeah. They're just days. Like, I feel like you either have a day where you never leave one or a day where you leave.
It's so hard to
15.
tell the kids, like, kids, we've done it all.
Yeah.
At my age,
yeah,
you're going to have good and bad tournaments and, like, but you can't tell them. They're, like, living in the heat of the moment, right?
Yeah, you can't.
Emotions high.
Yeah. They just got to learn it. You got to learn it. You got to learn as you go and get experience. And then they'll come back 10 years later and say, oh, Miss Leanne, you were right.
Remember? Yeah. I don't think they're gonna say that.
They
might think it.
They will. They'll come back. We also were laughing because when you're having one of those washout days and you make a washout later and everyone's like, wow, great spare. And you're like,
you're still mad that you left it.
And you've left 15. So
Exactly.
you're like, I better have picked it up. Right. Like at this point.
1 out of 15. Woohoo.
Yeah, really.
The sarcasm comes in.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if Dalen can get a 4-bagger here. He's kind of dialed in.
Ah. Yes, he is.
He's dialed in. Look at him, calm, cool, and collected.
I liked his follow through there.
Cheeks
too.
look a little flush. He's working hard, but he's calm, cool, and collected.
If he's warm, he should come sit under the fan that I've
freezing
strapped.
in this booth. You forgot to tell me to bring my jacket.
We need a little heater to travel with the live stream booth every tournament.
A little hand warmer.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, when we set it up today and the fan was right over us, Josh was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be cool today." Great job.
How do we pronounce Gabe's name? Gabe Ruvakalba?
I butchered it in the beginning.
I missed the last name.
Yeah.
I missed the spelling. Ruva.
It is.
Ruvakalba.
Yeah. Right there. Ruvakalba.
Ruvakalba. Very nice name. I think he's one of our new bowlers. I don't recognize the name.
Cannon throwing his summit right up the board. What a great shot that was.
Cannon, it's okay to be mad about that.
That was a great shot.
He's like, I just struck. I just threw a good shot. I really needed a double. Stupid solid 9.
Yes.
Spared up.
How many did you say how many champions we
I think we had 13.
13 champions.
17 states
Nice.
and 4 bowlers from Canada. 2 different families came down. So that's good. We've had some New York, Florida, and North Carolina from the East Coast. We've got California, Washington, Oregon, Montana. We've got Chicago, Texas. We got a good little sampling of the country again.
Yeah, when Angela, the mom that came from Canada, when she checked in, she had just done all the driving, and you could tell she was a little tired.
I bet.
And the girls were so excited to be here, and they were like asking her 1,000 questions, and
she just needed to decompress.
Like, I was talking to her, and she's like, "I'm just really tired." And
I would imagine that's a long drive.
It was, yeah. But they were excited for Vegas, and I mean, I feel for the kids on the West Coast, like you said earlier. Like, we do everything we can to give opportunities to the kids out west, and it's tough.
Well, it's the reason we have so many is so that every region will have one. We never expected people to bowl every single tournament. We just wanted to spread them out so they could all get a little experience or opportunity.
For sure.
If you do know of a big bowling center, probably 48 lanes or more, that would like to host, just go on our website, send us a little message. SYC at stormbowling.com, or there's a little want to host button on the SYC page. I know there's more centers out there.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Russell, little Russell over there. Oh, and he lost a pin. They need to reset a pin. Oh, snag Russell.
Hold up, Russell.
Hang on. Oh, they're grabbing it. Yep.
Hold up, buddy. Looks like Russell is sponsored by Pepsi.
Yeah, right? It's a cool Cool Wick jersey.
Russell 2 games ago was on 1 and 2 eating a full plate of chicken nuggets and fries. I go, is that your breakfast or your lunch? He just looked at me. I go, it smells delicious. Yeah. He goes, I'm eating with my left hand so I don't get my bowling hand greasy. And
good
I said,
job.
That's a very good idea.
Is he two-handed?
I don't know. I think he was one-handed, but he was eating his breakfast, lunch, brunch with his left hand.
You know what I'm having for lunch? One of those breakfast burritos that walked past me this morning. I'm having it for lunch.
I'm gonna have it. I might have it before you because I'm starving. I might go
know.
have it right now. But actually, we're gonna be in game 5. Like we're bowling quick, right?
Yeah.
So I'll join you with that breakfast burrito.
I asked Josh. I was like, "Can I order that for lunch?" He's like, "Yes, you can."
All right, that sounds great.
They make their own salsa here,
Let's get some.
homemade. I just don't want the sour cream.
We got great scoring volunteers.
It's awesome. I love this community. Boise's great. Cliff and I were talking about how we think that they're keeping it a secret so that more people don't move here.
That's what Cliff said to me. He's like,
Yeah.
I like this place. You don't hear anything about Idaho anytime. And I go, well, a lot of people did move to Idaho from California during COVID.
They did.
But yeah, it's nice here.
I did hit some traffic on
Construction.
Thursday. When I first got in, I was right at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I was in traffic in Boise. And I'm like, whoa, this is, they need some more roads because of the people that moved in during COVID.
I've been to Boise probably 6 or 8 times, and I still don't have geographical way.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I'm
it's
lost.
either a circle or
Yeah.
what. But last night when I left to go to the hotel, which is by the airport, I'm like, I'm going the opposite way that I. So
Yeah.
I have no idea. It must be, because
Yeah.
I'm really good at like getting us around and round. If I go somewhere once, I can find my way. I'm like in the GPS every time here because I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going.
Yeah. I'm not good at getting us around, and I'm lost.
Yeah.
Like, I can't figure it out. Although it does seem like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and then I accidentally ran into Boise State. I didn't know it was so close.
It's right by your hotel.
Yeah, because I went to get Starbucks on Friday, and I'm like, whoa, there's the stadium right there.
The other thing about Boise is that us being Starbucks people,
Yes, Dutch Bros.
they have a ton of other coffee places
They do.
here.
Oh, they have local ones too.
Yeah, like a ton of them.
Well, my first ever Dutch Bros was in Boise. Remember
Yeah, I know,
we
it's
were...
smoking hot. That's the one thing I remember. I'm like, this is 500 degrees.
Yeah, don't order the Americano at Dutch Bros. Get something fancy. It's more like the frou frou.
Let's go there at lunch. There's one across the street.
I'm in. All right, folks. We're gonna take a short break. I think Bree is gonna join us for the last game. Leanne, thanks for joining us. I'm sorry, but Blake is still my favorite of the day.
I would expect nothing less.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right, we'll be
one
back.
more game.
Yes. Check the scores on Bowl Metric. All right, we are back. You're watching some U18 bowlers. We've got Mr. Hilliard Carter, Pinskowski Carter, Lewis Cloud, who shot 279 last game. We also have, 2 games ago, Tanner Germain, Kobe Cabantine, and Brandon Delgado. Those are the bowlers we're watching. Yes. Bree, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hang on, let me get. Yeah,
you
it's
have got
little,
you got the turbo fan right here.
Yes, it's a
It
little
is so cold.
And Leah came in without a jacket last game. She's like, it was a little chilly.
Yeah. Things blowing.
Yeah. If the bowlers are warm, they can come and sit right here. And
Yeah.
they'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. So in your break, did you go and hang out with Blake and Adam?
I did.
I figured.
I was like, hey guys. Yeah, Adam was up on the pro shop counter,
Nice.
just kind of
chilling.
demanding love, and
That's awesome.
yeah. And then I hung out with Adam.
Nice.
Adam was just like sprawled out in the middle of the floor. I was like, this is great. This is the life, you guys.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That was a
That
good
was
trip.
good. I think that is one of the worst breaks in bowling.
Yes.
Wrapping the head pin around the 10 for a washout spare. Like this pair is already hard enough, and it considered a makeable. Like that's a stupid rule.
Yes.
Like how far is that gap?
I know. They don't count it. It should be a circle.
Yeah.
Can we write to all the scoring?
So you're telling me
systems?
the 1 7 10 is makeable?
Oh my gosh. No. It's not makeable. Do you know I almost left the I kid you not, the 7, 8, 10 on at league on Tuesday.
7 8 10. Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And it was a pocket shot.
Yeah. Did you make it? Would you
No, I almost left.
Oh,
The 7 pin
okay.
was the last one to fall, but I didn't make the 8
You
10
didn't make the 8 10? You
Yeah,
didn't like
no.
bounce it out or slide it over?
It was just one of those like, what did I just leave and why?
Mm-hmm.
Why did that just happen?
Kind of like my head pin at the U.S. Open.
Yes, exactly like it.
Yeah. I left the head pin at the U.S. Open after hitting the head pin.
Yes, folks. She has a video. Is it on
Yeah,
your Instagram?
It's on my Instagram, yes. So if you want to, it's Brianna Cote too. You'll find it in the videos. But I left the head pin. It was pretty crazy. We have a special guest. Nope, just
we
kidding.
do. She's gone. She ran away. She keeps trying to sneak in all day. It's pretty funny.
Super special guest, and then she's gone.
Yeah, she's like a ninja.
Yeah.
I actually called her a cartoon character earlier. She reminds me of like what a little sister would be in a cartoon, like all the energy
Yes.
and
Yeah.
excitement.
And she was like that yesterday at the party in the park.
she was like that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do not have that much energy. I would need help.
Yeah. Yeah. I agreed. Yeah. All right. So, you were in the pro shop
Mhm.
with the dogs. Did
Yeah.
you have any youth bowlers come in and need some emotional support from Blake and Adam?
No, there were adults coming in.
That's even better.
I love it.
Parents are like,
They're
I
like,
need-
I think they were coming because they had the stream up, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
pretty cool in there.
Nice.
And they were like looking, we're watching, we're like, oh, like, watching the kids bowl. And then parent walks in, it's like, oh, we're between games. I came to see the dogs real quick. Like,
That's
okay,
awesome.
they're here.
Oh,
They're just
I love
hanging
it.
out.
Well, and they do like Wayne does so much work in the
He's so
shop.
busy.
Yeah. And now he has a new helper and a bowler. I don't know where he is, but one of the assistants in the pro shop is bowling this week.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought he was on this pair. He was like hovering before, but
Yeah,
now I
he
don't
was.
see him.
He said he's pretty busy.
Yeah,
he drove
so
a lot of
busy.
balls that the kids got yesterday. The
road.
road, and
Yeah.
he said only 2 of them had a thumb.
Oh, wow.
He's like, this was great. as far as like time and efficiency, he's like, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, only 2 of them had thumbs. I'm like, well, that just goes to like
That says it.
what we're
yeah.
talking about. Like,
Yeah.
it's going that way.
It is. Yeah, we always comment when we do matchmakers at Junior Gold or any kind of junior event that we don't have enough two-handed balls in our normal set for Junior Gold.
Yeah.
Because
we happened at that last year. We were like, it's like, can we just put a thumb in this and just throw it? Like,
Yeah.
You kind of run out of an option. There's just too many.
Yeah. And then you used to have like one pair, and then we would send Chris Pye to work the one pair because you're the two-hander.
Yeah. Now you need all the two-handers. You need to get like Chris.
Here he is. It's Carter. Carter is our new. I knew he was nearby. Carter is helping.
I got distracted by the messenger.
You're a messenger. And trip 4. If there's trip, you have to teach the kids how to keep trip 4 score.
I know, I do.
Is that still a thing?
It is, yeah. I still lose, but yeah.
Yeah, Carter is, I met him on Thursday and Friday, and he's been helping in the shop, and he was saying that it's really helped him to start learning about that side of bowling has helped his game because he understands the layouts and
more of the
what the balls do.
Of it. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not.
Do you wish you knew?
Nope.
Yeah, you're like, I'm out.
No, it's funny, and like we're in Korea and trying to figure out like bowling balls, and Chad, great, works for Storm, and he's just like, yeah, there's the numbers, and I'm like, Chad, you're speaking Chinese, and we're in Korea. I don't know.
Yeah.
You blew in the face. I don't know. So it was like a team effort. He drilled him. Chris violated out my balls. And I was just like, He's like, I'm like, just not pinned down. I don't need pinned down here. At least I'll tell you that much. And it's just, it wasn't something I was interested in. I'm more of like, I'll throw it. I'll tell you what it does, like what I see.
Yeah.
I'm more of that type of player. But there are some that like they need to know. And if you're one that needs to know the numbers and compare and like really into that, that's great. I mean, the more information you can have, and that's what you need, the better. I mean, good for you. For me, the less kind of information I'm looking into that is better for me. So everyone's a little bit different in that aspect. But we all kind of get there the same way. We all kind of, can tell you what the ball does in just a different way.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it gets so personalized, right? Because listen. So I work for Storm, obviously. We know what a bowling ball is designed to do, and sometimes people always ask, like, why don't you tell the players what to say about the ball? And I go, we can't do that because everyone sees it just a little bit different.
Definitely.
And so it really does matter how. I wish it was different, right? Like if you buy a pair of shoes and they're supposed to help you, they're designed for long distance running.
Yeah.
They're usually like, people are like, yeah, it feels like I can go run a marathon in them, right? And it feels a little different. Bowling balls aren't like that.
No. I mean, you just can't. And everyone even sees lanes different.
Yeah.
They see ball motion different. But you also have to take in consideration styles. I mean, balls that I'm going to like, Blair may not like.
Correct.
Balls that you see two-handers throwing, you may not see one-handers throwing all the time. Maybe they're too aggressive. Or like every bowler they have their own, I guess, favorites or
and on top of that,
specials.
They could be laid out differently.
Yeah,
so
way
if
laid
I
out
see you using a GNA coil, or a hustle. Let's say I see you throwing a hustle.
Oh, throwing a hustle.
Yeah, I see you throwing a hustle, and I'm like, oh, Bree's throwing a hustle. Maybe I should use my hustle. It's not going to do the same thing, right?
Yeah,
like
we
it's
throw
just
it completely different.
So now, if they're laid out similar and we throw it similar, then maybe I can
you have
read
a better
off
comparison.
Of you. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, I think you kind of look at, okay, well, maybe just look at lane play.
Yeah.
And like, okay, what ball allows me to do that?
Right.
And it may not even be the same ball.
Well, and that's what I've always talked about because when I bowl with Leanne at nationals, right? I still can read off of her, even though I'm not at all standing where she's standing.
Yeah.
Nor am I throwing it where she's starting the ball at the laydown point. But I look at her break point and I'm like, okay, well, that's where I need to be, and I know how to get to that break point.
Exactly.
And then
I mean, it's with any kind of doubles. I mean, you know, we had a doubles and we had a trios event this year, which was really cool. And you know, any doubles, like when Chris and I would bowl, like we're not even close to like where we're playing, but we're general area break point. Same thing with the trios. Like I bowled with my trios matchup ended up being I bowled with Sean Rash. He was the PBA pro, and you know, again, not very similar styles, but we had an idea. I'm like, okay, this is kind of where we need to get the ball to go. Like, so I'm gonna get it there this way, you're gonna get it there that way. Maybe our ball, you're going to use this ball, I'm going to use this type of ball. And that's how we're going to come up with a game plan to make it work. Just because our styles are so very different. Rev rate's different, ball rolls different. So got to take in consideration all those.
For sure. So the short pattern has been great for some bowlers and
not so great for others.
Not so great for others. But you know who's Ernesto Reynoso is still killing it.
He's bowling so good.
Plus 186.
Yeah.
He's having a great couple years. And not that he hasn't had great other years, but
when he's kind of coming into his own.
Win back-to-back junior golds. That doesn't happen very often.
No. It doesn't happen by chance.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't happen by chance.
Right.
Especially with the amount of bowlers there are in junior gold now. Yeah. And I mean, you look at, just gonna look at Brady's scores too. Like, okay, didn't have the greatest start, like kind of just weathered the storm, and then bam, found something. So that's really shows kind of how this pattern develops.
So Lewis Cloud here is actually U15 because I was looking for his score. Oh, here he is.
Oh,
so
wow.
Lewis is leading the U15 boys averaging 233.
He's bowling amazing too. I mean, there's some good scores up in here. You know, these kids are good.
They're so good.
They're so good. I was watching like the U12 girls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, these girls are going to be so good. Like just like, and I'm not watching like their score, but like just their physical game of like how they're getting the ball on the lane, how they're playing the lanes, you know, like their ball speed's obviously slower because they're younger, they haven't developed as much strength, but they're just playing the lane smart and they're doing the right thing. $170, 178, 175.
Oh, that's a great game. Is that what you bowled?
I think so. 178, 171.
She's in first place.
Perfect.
Good job.
Yeah, so Ellie King just came to tell me she's in first place.
You know, she did. So she said that the medium pattern was her easy one, and this is the short. So that means that she'll maybe have a good.
She's just ready for this break to happen, get some lunch, and then. Yeah, she's bowling good. I mean, she's one of the ones that I was watching too in the U12. Like they're so good, and you know they're just gonna get even better. But just how they're playing the lanes, and you know they got the right skill set and fundamentals to get them there. And then as they grow, they're really gonna develop into some good bowlers
for sure. All right. So Mr. Cloud is still. I want my last name to be Cloud. Like, I like that.
Cloud.
I'd have a Cloud jersey. Does he have a Cloud jersey? He needs a Cloud jersey.
He needs a Cloud jersey. No, he does not.
He doesn't today.
He does not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow he will be. Yeah, there's yeah. I mean, it's funny to watch the pace of play too. Because we got some people who are like, "See you later. I'm done with game 5," and then we have some just starting.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, if you had a good day, you probably still want to get out of the building. And if you had a good day, you probably really want out of the building.
You're like frame 2, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah. I'm hungry. I'm dreaming about the breakfast burrito I'm gonna have for lunch.
Are they still going
Literally.
to be serving it at
I
lunch?
asked.
Okay.
I asked Josh if I could order it because I've seen it walk past so many times. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that
I've
thing
seen a
looks
lot of
amazing.
tater tots.
Oh, they have tater tots too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, potato. Hello. We're in
good
Idaho.
point. Yeah, good point.
I know. I've already been asked. You had a potato yet? No. The ice cream potato that they showed us last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's ice
So-
cream on a potato, folks.
Yes, like it was this big old Idaho potato and
Yeah.
a big old dollop of ice cream. And so here's where I'm thinking, like I'm one of the pickiest eaters in the world.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love French fries and ice cream. Like
Yeah.
I
It's a great
so,
combo.
So I'm kind of like I may have to try this because it's like sweet and salty.
Yeah. It's
they-
on our list.
They may be
to maybe
onto
try.
something. They
Yeah.
may be onto something.
Yeah, like I've always dipped French fries in Frosties.
Yeah, like yes.
That's a thing.
Like my husband thinks I'm crazy.
No, you're not.
I'm so good.
Like I've
so good.
always done this. Then my sister one up me, and when we were kids, she dipped her chicken nugget in
Oh,
the
I've done
Frosty.
that too.
And I'm like, what are you doing? And then I tried
yeah,
it, and I
it's
was
good.
like, all right, it's
It's good. And it kind of cools it down if it's too hot.
That's what she said. Yes.
It's so good. I know. From coming from literally one of the pickiest eaters in the world,
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna track down the ice cream potato and the potato. Like I do need some French fries, some like fresh cut fries. Oh,
Yeah.
great pickup!
Nice. I love split pickups. They're my favorite.
That was a good one by Kobe.
That was. It was like off the hand. Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here's Lewis, killing it, and the U15 boys. Those are great.
Yeah, he does.
Great shot.
I was gonna say you don't miss it at the bottom. Oh, another messenger.
Where was that messenger? I didn't even
Oh,
see
it was
that
to
one.
the left on line 9.
Oh,
It was so fast. It was so fast.
Like, what?
It was so fast. I don't even like. It was so fast.
Do you throw messengers much?
No, no.
I don't
But
either.
when I do, I get so excited.
Oh, I bet.
I
would.
get so
And then
happy.
you're like, oh, please let me be on a
And
live
then-
stream
and-
pair.
Yes, and then I'm like, why is that so hard? Why can't I do it again? I watch these guys do it all the time.
Yeah, no. No. Mm-mm. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't do it either.
Yeah.
But
I
wish I could.
my normal strike is like, you know, the 5 into the 4 into the 7. Like they kind of all just like fall that way. Yeah. Those are my normal strikes.
I love it. So you said earlier that you have attempted to bowl two-handed.
Yeah.
Is it? Because when I've tried, it's comical.
Yeah.
Is it comical when you do it, or is it like almost like you're like,
Oh no. I have not hit very many pins.
yeah, no, mine
I
goes
have a-
straight in the gutter.
Yeah, mine will go straight left gutter.
Yeah, me too.
I'm better left-handed, I would say.
Ooh, I've
Ooh,
never
that
tried
was a cool
left-handed,
strike.
two-handed. It
No,
was.
not left-handed, two-handed, just left-handed. Like that, I wouldn't even know. Mm-mm.
So you can bowl left-handed though.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but two-handed, I think I'm too old for that.
I know.
I'm just gonna let that go. It's
Mr.
fine.
John Abagania over there,
Yeah,
the youngest of the Abagania
The-
clan.
the baby Abagania.
Baby Abagania. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's probably like,
There's no more
"Dude,
of them,
I'm
right?
not a baby. I don't think so. I think he's the youngest.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
huge 49ers fan.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, they're from
California.
California, so
yeah.
throws it pretty good though.
I
That whole
mean,
family.
oh,
Whoa.
yeah. I mean, but he's grown up. He's finally starting to grow a little, you know?
Yeah. He has grown a lot since the last time I saw him.
Yes, he's definitely grown a lot more. You know, the whole family's really good, and
They're dedicated and also very studious.
Yes.
Like they're studying.
yes,
Like Caitlin was like, I can't come to the social. I have homework.
yeah,
I'm like, okay, it's
Yeah.
Friday night, but I get it.
good for you.
Yeah.
You be that good student.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's a senior
Yeah,
in high
she's
school, so
Going to Vandy.
going to Vandy next year. So, Vandy is it's a great school for bowling. It's also a very good school for education. So
Yeah,
I
really
can see
hard.
why she's trying to keep her studies up.
Absolutely.
She's going to be busy with that next year. So good for her.
Bree, does it make you want to bowl when you're in a?
Yeah, I want to bowl now.
Yeah.
I do want to bowl.
Danielle was with us last month, and she was getting ready to go to Korea and Sweden and all the things, and she stayed after and practiced after they bowled one day. Like,
I mean, I have a bag with me, you know, because I'm going to Storm. I'm going home with you guys.
Yes, that's true.
For a
you
day.
are. Yeah.
But I thought of it. I was like, man, I should probably bowl. And then I was like, you're gonna get done late. I'm like, like I think I'll get enough shots in at Storm.
Yeah.
To warm up and stuff. But, yeah, I do. One, I want to bowl because I'm frozen.
It is a little chilly in here.
But I do, like, every time I start watching bowling, I want to bowl.
Yeah, I want to tackle it, right?
I do, and like I want to tackle the patterns that they're bowling on. Honestly, like I want to see this, and I want to be like, I want to try it. What's it about?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah, I do want to bowl.
I feel it.
I mean, I technically only have one ball and a spare ball, so
You could show the kids, like, look,
I could try to be. What can we do with one ball arsenal here?
Yeah. Is it a hustle?
No.
Oh,
It's the Summit Ascent.
Oh, that's a good ball.
So I mean, it's kind of like a good benchmark ball.
Yeah.
It's not too strong, not too weak.
Yeah.
So I think I could make it work.
I think that's the one I want to drill.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm loving my idol, but I don't have a step after it. And I think I either need to go down or up. I haven't decided because, you know, all I'm doing is bowling 3 games of league a week. And the house shots are hard.
Oh my gosh. They're so hard. They get so clipped. Yes, they're so hard.
So currently I'm having the problem of I need to move left, but I don't have the right ball to overcome the cliff.
Yeah.
Because the idol is just burning out. So I don't know if I need more or I need...
And you could do a couple different things. You could do more and try to blend it out, or you can play the cliff. Like, you can play the oil and just kind of pipe it in there, or find something that you really have to immediately throw to the right.
I know.
And see which one carries better.
Yeah.
I mean, league is so hard. I struggle with the same thing in league, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Whew, there we go.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, clouds. Oh, look at this. It's a nice, pretty cloud.
I'm telling you. He's in the clouds.
Yeah. Shooting 240 this game.
Yeah.
It's a great way to finish the block. Go get some lunch. Get ready for the medium pattern. I was surprised how fast they actually bowl.
They're zooming this morning. I think
So they started at what, 9?
Yeah, they're early, which is fine.
We like early.
I think that, because we like them to have a nice break.
Yeah, you want them to be able to get something in their system, a meal, to relax, decompress, get ready for the next round.
Brian calling me out, move left like to 9. So I famously like to stay on the 8 board. I don't really like to move left. And that is part of my league problem. This is my problem.
And I don't like to move right.
That's funny. I could move right. I could move right all day long.
When someone says move right, I go, oh, what? Or like, if someone's like, can you move like 2 and 1? That's it?
Yeah.
Can I move like 4 and 2? And I'll be like, are you serious? I'm like, it's not enough.
Well, and that was like my coworker, Ernest, asked, he goes, why don't you just move left with your idol? I'm like, because I don't want to. Now, kids, don't follow my lead.
This is the stubbornness of Blair.
Yeah, there's a reason that Bree is bowling on tour, and you guys will bowl on tour someday. And Blair bowling 3 games of league a week. Because I don't want to move left.
So if we're not moving left, I think you're just going to have to find a weaker ball to stay on the 8 board.
I think so, too. Right.
I mean, I like 7. Okay, so my friends from back home and stuff always give me a hard time, and even like my friends on tour, because I don't like playing the gutter. Like, my gutter is 7. Like,
it's funny.
I'm cozy at 7. Like, I feel like no matter where I'm playing on the lanes, like, I just look at 7 and get it over there, and like because I'm a feel bowler, like I see like shapes, like they're like, what'd you hit? I'm like, I don't know, like somewhere between 15 and 10.
Right.
But I mean, like, I have an idea like where I needed to get to go with the break point, so I'm more looking for like shapes as opposed to like, oh, I hit 12 at the arrows and like 8 at down lane.
I think that's an important point to tell parents that are listening, or youth bowlers, like it's everything that's taught in bowling is not right for every bowler.
Correct.
So that's why there's so many different ways to coach and ways to bowl. Like what you just said, a kid watching might be like, "That's exactly right," but maybe they're asking me all the time, like, "What board do you hit?" or whatever, and you just have to know it's you, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, and there's even times like if I have somebody watching, whether it may be like a ball rep or my husband or a teammate, I'll be like, "Can you like what I hit?" Like so I think I'm right, like I'm in the right part of the lane because I can see it, but I also am a bowler that I look down when I throw the ball.
Yeah.
So I've always done that.
You're like a West Milan.
Yeah, and I've always done it. Like, and I've tried like the times that I've tried to like really look at like say I'm like trying to play like 12 or whatever, like try to look at it the whole time. I miss so much. I miss by like a whole zone to the left, and then I feel off balance. So everyone is kind of different in that aspect. Some people can tell you exactly what board they hit at the arrows, their break point. Others are like, I'm kind of looking for this shape to get it around, maybe here to there, straighter, steeper. Everyone's just a little bit different. So if I coach anyone, I always ask them, I'm like, what do you look at? Do you look at the arrows? Can you tell me what you hit? Are you looking for a shape? Do you look at the dots? Because it's very useful information when you're trying to help somebody. You have to kind of understand how they see the lane.
100% agree. Yeah. Yeah, like, or if they're going through a growth spurt, like, I can't remember if it was Mark Baker or Coach Jazz now that told Leanne this summer about when, like, at this age, right, U15 boys or even U12 boys, they're going to go through a growth spurt, and all of a sudden, the height that you are
viewing it.
Yeah, like
they're
it's
viewing it
completely
differently.
different.
Yeah.
So thinking about your target or your path in that, like you don't ever think about that, right? Like when you're growing. So
yeah, and some people like to target closer to them. Some people like to target further. I mean, and some people like for me, like if I'm struggling getting my ball to the break point, I will try to move my eyes further down the lane.
Yep.
If I struggle sometimes when I do struggle playing more to the right, so my eyes are closer. I bring my target a little closer so I can get it there easier.
That's what Leanne said she does on short patterns too.
Yeah.
She started. She looked at the dots.
Yes, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just because it helps me. My target's closer to me, so I'm like, I can hit it. But then if I'm trying to get it down there and I'm struggling at getting down the lane, all right, let's get it down. Move my eyes a little bit further down the lane. So lots of tricks you can try to do to essentially like play mind games with yourself and make your brain think that you're doing something different when you're really doing the same thing. You're just trying to get the information there differently.
Yeah. Our friend Patricia has tuned in. Hello. She brings cookies to the SYC from time to time. And they're delicious cookies.
Everyone keeps talking about cookies.
We're hungry.
We're hungry.
Yeah.
It's rounding about noon here, so
yeah, it's time. It is.
Why we're hungry.
It is officially time.
Yeah. Oh.
Keen agrees. She doesn't like the cookie cutter coaching. Everyone's built different.
They are. They are. Everyone is different. So you got to do your best to help the players, and they're all different personalities too.
True that.
You gotta learn your players. And I will say, information coming from one person, and then coming from a different person, the way it's relayed can be different wording. Maybe you don't want to listen to your mom, but you'll listen to your coach because it's different. But maybe they said the same thing. I mean, it's just
100%.
Just
when I was coaching, when I first started coaching high school, I was an assistant coach, and the head coach was a mom of a very talented player on the team, like our anchor bowler, awesome bowler. And she told me at the beginning of the season, she's like, listen, I'm going to tell you what to tell her because she won't listen to me, but she'll listen to anyone else.
Exactly.
Especially in the heat of the moment. So I often had to just funnel some information out. So
exactly.
If you're that bowler or you're that parent, just find a friend.
Yeah. Like, relay the message. Don't shoot the messenger. Just relay the message.
Well, sometimes I did feel like a lion or person going into the
Yeah,
lion's
you're like,
den.
oh
I'm like,
gosh, here I go.
yeah, like, don't
I
hurt
don't know
me.
how this is gonna go,
Yeah.
but okay, don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. I should turn the camera a little bit. I want to finish Nolan's game here, or at least let's see. We'll turn. All
Very
right.
strategically.
A little bit, just slightly. Well, now it's crooked, but you get the idea.
He's got some strikes up there.
Yeah.
He's actually bowling on lane 14, so he's gonna pop in the far right of your screen. He's gonna show himself here soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then we'll watch them finish.
There we go. There he is. Oh,
I jinxed him. I turned the camera and I jinxed him. Should have left it where it was.
Blair the Black Cloud
I'm
strikes
telling
again.
ya. Used to be Del Ballard. Now it's Blair.
Now it's Blair. I
Although-
mean, you're not alone. I think there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah. Brady did a science experiment one time at SYC to see if scores truly were lower on the live stream. And they were not.
Really?
Yeah. Do you bowl better on live stream? Or
Hmm.
worse or indifferent?
I would say indifferent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Well,
some,
you guys have a lot of pairs that are live streamed
we
now.
do. We have more now
Yeah.
than when we first started. Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful when I have a bad game and it's not on. the live
I was
stream.
just about to. I bowled queens, and I had my worst game off of the live stream. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, no one needed to
yeah.
witness that.
But then I get mad. Like, say I have a cool messenger and I'm not on the live stream and
Yeah.
I can't go back and watch it. Then I'm mad that I wasn't on the live stream. So like, it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm kind of used to the live stream being there, so I don't really pay attention to it.
Speaking of growth spurts that we were doing earlier, so Jake had a growth spurt, and he grew out of his hand-designed dog jerseys that were his puppies, and he hasn't reordered some
Oh.
yet. Because I asked him, I was like, "Oh, do we have puppy jerseys?" He's like, "I grew out of them."
Oh no.
I know, devastating.
Well, I'll have to make some more.
Yes.
He's not going to stop growing anytime soon.
No.
These kids are growing like weeds.
No kidding.
Oh,
Tough break.
yeah.
See, I did jinx it. I did it.
It wasn't on purpose.
So. Now, I can't remember. I asked you when you first came. Have you ever been to Idaho?
No.
This is your first time.
I believe this is my first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I don't think the tour's been here.
No, I mean, we've gone to Washington,
Yeah. So
Northern
what's-
California, but not here. I know.
Yeah. So what is your overall first impressions of Idaho?
It's small.
Yeah.
Like, not like, it gives me like small town vibes.
Yeah. Yep. I could see that.
And I'm like, so we're coming in from, like, I flew in and I was like, where's the airport? Or like, are we landing on a field? Because I couldn't see nothing. And then all of a sudden we landed and like, there was the airport.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I was like, Boise, like, it's a big city, right?
Right. No.
No, it's not a big city. But I was like, yeah, it gives me like the small town vibes. I mean, there are mountains, beautiful. Like, the landscape is beautiful. I think I was expecting more, not a city life, but a little bit more city. But it's more of a small town vibe, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's way different than I expected. But I do want to eat like an Idaho potato.
Yeah. We're talking about. We're gonna go tonight.
Yeah,
We're gonna find something.
I do want an Idaho potato, and I mean, even if it's just like butter, salt, like
Yeah.
that's fine.
Agreed.
But yeah, I just wasn't sure it was gonna be so small towny, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's the people have been great. The weather's been great.
It does have that like community vibe. Like,
Yeah.
Like everyone is part of the community. Like I was here, so I was setting up Thursday, and then I stayed a little later, and they had a league, and it is exactly how you would think a bowling league would feel. Like it is part of the community,
Yeah.
and everyone knows each other,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, everyone
Super
knows
cool,
everyone. Yeah, it really gives me that small town vibe. So, which it's pretty cool. I mean, because I know a lot of people, like there were a lot of locals that bowled. People from Utah were coming out to bowl. It's close for them to drive to get to. So it's seems like you got like a lot more local crowd for this SYC than normal.
Yes. Well, yes. Less and less states overall, right?
Yeah, it's
so
more
definitely,
like the same states.
Yeah, like region, very regional. Plus, it's the beginning of school year.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, our school's been in session since like the last week of July, so.
For sure. Taya, I cannot turn to 9 and 10 because they're done bowling.
Yeah. Yeah, the
So-
only one that's in our vision, everyone that pretty much the entire 1 through 12 is done.
Yeah.
13 and 14 is finishing up, as well as everyone else. They're pretty much in the 9th and 10th frame. So they are almost all done and ready for their lunch break.
Yes. And then we are almost ready for our lunch break.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good shot. See, now I like where Carter's playing them, but it's just a lot of oil carried
Yeah,
down
it's
now.
a lot of oil pushing down. Where there's been a lot of urethane being thrown. So, yeah.
Everyone's getting ready for the next block.
Yeah, they are.
I see Aberlon coming out. I see balls being cleaned. They are prepped.
They're like, not this one, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, surface. Yay.
Someone was listening in the seminar. Surface.
Yeah. Surface. Oh.
All right, we are going to watch 13 and 14 finish up. You can check the scores on bowlmetrics.com. They will be updated within minutes of everyone
super
getting
fast.
done.
It's super fast. It's pretty awesome that you
And-
guys get instant results.
Yep, and they go through and check them. So if a bowler is missing a score or something, no one panic.
They will find it.
Yes.
I promise you. Yes. Sometimes we get fat fingers and type in the wrong thing,
True that.
especially if we're doing it on the phone.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're like
yeah.
blowing it up, and you're like, "What?"
I think my phone is out to get me at this point. Like, I've had so many typos in texts lately. I'm like, my phone's just messing with me. It used to correct this stuff, and now it's like
Now
you're
it just
beyond,
leaves you.
You're beyond correction.
Like there's no helping you. That's what your phone says.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like, really? So I keep being like, whatever. I'm done. I give up.
You win, phone.
Yeah.
Technology wins today.
Yeah. Bowl Metrics, Keen is giving a shout out. We gave the Wyoming Junior Bowlers Tour a shout out earlier. There's so many great youth tours.
Yeah, there's a
Now,
lot.
I mean, and Keen started one. Like, I love when there's a community that didn't have one
And then they get one.
and they start one,
Yeah.
right? And it always is like one person, a parent,
Yeah,
someone like
They just really want the kids to have something.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
hear it all the time. Like, parents will come up to me and they'll be like, "We don't have anything like this in our area," and I'm like, "You could start it."
Yeah.
It's a lot of
You
work.
could. It is a
Yeah.
lot of work. Yeah.
But-
It is very time consuming, but it's rewarding for all the hard work that is put into it.
for sure. John got that last one to go.
Yeah. There we go. There are a couple of little oopsies there. Nolan back on track.
Oh, man.
Everybody now.
We all felt that
Come
for
on,
Jake.
7 pin.
Bree will be back this afternoon for 5 more games on the medium.
Yes, I will be here. Oh, there we go.
I'm glad you're not running away.
No,
You don't have a car, so.
I don't, and I really think I will get lost.
We were just talking about that.
I do.
Leanne and I were like, we cannot figure out.
That's what she was telling me.
Boise.
She's like, I can't figure. I've been here so many times, and I still can't figure out my bearings. I'm like,
Yeah.
Tell me wherever my phone tells me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I'm like, where am I?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's the bowl. Oh,
I
look,
couldn't
there's
even
the hotel.
remember like left or right when I was leaving last night. I'm like, which way do I go? I don't even know. I don't know
Yeah.
which direction I'm going.
Yeah.
but
Which way?
yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely get lost. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna find some lunch 'cause I'm just so
Yeah.
hungry.
Agreed. All right, Nolan here.
Yeah, he's still gonna finish with a good block.
Yeah, He's not happy about that 8th and 9th frame.
Oh no, I mean I wouldn't. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him one bit. But
He can blame us. I turned the camera. Blame me, Nolan.
yeah,
I'm here for you.
Still a good game, 41 over.
For sure.
Yeah, still a good block. So
All right. We are going to watch Carter and Connor finish up. And then we will call it a day.
yeah.
Well, call it a
Call
morning.
it a morning.
Not a day yet.
Oof. Okay.
Wow.
So I've left this multiple times, and I've also left it without the 2-pin.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've left it without what?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I'm good. Just now. I'm
All
good
right,
at
Carter,
leaving
pick
bad
it up.
things.
Come
Yes.
on, let's go.
You just gotta you gotta touch the 2-pin.
Ah, so close.
Usually, if you touch any part of like the left side of the 2-pin, like you spare it because it just like things just shoot that way.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's a
Rough one.
that's a rough one. It's okay. They're gonna go get some food and they're gonna regroup and bowl really good on the medium.
All right, I love it. All right, Bree, thanks for joining us this weekend, and
Yeah.
we will see you all this afternoon. 5 more games on the medium pattern from Westie's Garden Lanes. We'll see you later.
Sounds good.
You've been watching the 2024 SYC Idaho. The SYC Idaho would not be possible without the generous donations from our sponsors: Storm Bowling, Cool Wick, PBA Junior, Kegel, Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, 3G Shoes, Ray's Eyewear, Ballard's Bowling Academy, Master Industries, Quality Respite and Home Care, and by T&D Transportation. Special thanks to the official scoring system of the Storm Youth Championships, Bowl Metrics. The preceding was produced exclusively by Storm Bowling. For more information on upcoming events and more, please visit stormbowling.com. Once again, thanks for watching.